right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and happy time zone, wherever you are. We're glad you're here. We're going to see if we can't get this a little smoother this week than last week. Let me adjust the light real quick, and then we're going to get after some Enshrouded. All right, rolling over the headphone cord. Good stuff. I'm sure nobody's done that before. All right, so let's jump into our game here. Should be, game capture. Mic, yeah, that sounds good. What's going on with the game capture over here, I wonder? So, I guess that's going to get rid of that. Add it back. There she is. Let's drop that here down here. We'll get that audio going. Let's see, kill that, and see if you guys have some audio. Does not look like you have game audio. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong for the audio here. If anyone happens to pop in and wants to mention what they're seeing or not seeing, or hearing rather, any advice, etc. I'm using metal. And so I've got the track, it's cued, it's not muted, I've just got nothing coming from it. Is there just nothing really coming from the game, perhaps? Get back into the game and get some sound out. Well, that is not great if we're not getting any audio coming through. I wonder what would be the best redress for this issue. Probably not doing it on stream, but who knows, somebody might pop in and offer a helping hand. I mean, I do have game audio now, and I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be, also I'm not sure why this track is in here. Get rid of that one. You can try gain. No. Don't want to mess with that too much. Well, that is a very, very touchy dial there. Okay. Interesting. Getting into the wide world of streaming audio here, it looks like. For the moment, let's give us a better view to appreciate here. And then this will get us some little bit of sound for sure. So this is our Desert Oasis base that we built over the last week or so. And we're going to be detailing it out this morning. But yeah, it looks like you guys aren't getting any audio, and I'm just not sure what to do about that. When I tab out of the game, I still have game audio. I mean, is there some type of an overall general setting here? Let's see, audio output device, let take effect. Yeah, this is just changing my output device. That's nothing. That helps nothing. Um, hmm. I don't see anything on the stream that would be doing it. Interesting. No audio from the game capture in meld. Is it a layer kind of a priority thing? Doesn't look like it. And okay, cues just for whether I'm hearing it or not, which it looks like I could probably turn that down a bit. Test that again here. Yep, it's not too loud, not too quiet. So yeah, we're trying to troubleshoot audio issues. I'm not getting any game audio through to the stream. So we've got a game capture. It's pulled an audio track, and it's just it. I mean, unless y'all can hear it, and it's just not showing on my equalizer because it doesn't look like it's coming through. I can hear it just fine, but if anyone wants to let me know if y'all are hearing the game audio, that would be fantastic. This will be a really dull building stream if you don't have any audio. Um, so I'm just trying a couple things here, but I am open to suggestions. We're gonna get into detailing this Oasis desert base that we built over the past several days. We basically just walled in a valley out in the desert in the Kindlewastes and added some water features, and we've pretty well built up all the structures now. So now we just need to think, equipment, benches, beds, decorations, start the endless process of that. Let's see, process sources. That doesn't really help. Let's go to that game capture into and inspect it. See what it says about the audio. Add an audio track for this source. That's pretty cut and dry. If anyone knows anything about audio for encoders here, that would be fantastic. I'd really just not sure why we're losing it, or where it's gone. I did make some adjustments on the stream to try to get a little smoother video. I'm working with a somewhat limited system for the moment, but right now I'm just not appearing to get any game audio through to you guys. Again, if anyone can let me know if they are getting game audio, that would be great. I can hear it fine on my screen, but yeah, just not getting it through on the equalizer for the game capture audio. Uh, strange. It looks like everything else is pinging, but that capture full screen window, switch between them, capture cursor, add an audio track. It's right there. It's just not playing. It's turned up all the way. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm going to get to building, and hopefully, if anyone wants to pitch in or chip in rather, any kind of ideas, maybe we can look something up together and do a little research. I can show you what I'm working with here. Otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and get back to the game. Sorry about the audio issue, but all right. So essentially, what we have here is an area of the map where there's these large pillars extending up from the desert here in the Kindlewastes, and they added water to Enshrouded a little while back, which is fantastic, but there is no water in the Kindlewastes. So I thought it'd be a neat idea. I actually got a bit of the idea from another streamer, fantastic fella, IB Fatbeard, on Twitch or YouTube. He's another family-friendly Christian streamer, and he was they built a sort of base, and then basically walled in an area and flooded it out with the water features and created like a lake of sorts. So I thought it'd be neat to do that out here in the Kindlewastes. So I found this area with all these large pillars, and I essentially walled off. To be a good look from over here, we essentially walled off the spaces between the pillars there, you can see, and flooded it all, the whole valley, which it took a very long time. But this is one of our water entrance doors here. You can just pop through here and come right into our lake, our flame-born made lake. I believe I have flippers. No, I don't have them in my bag. But so anyway, we created those walls. I made a door as an entrance to each one of them, like the one that we just came through. And so created these walls and then just flooded the whole valley. Hey, Nani, Nani Plays. Thanks for following. Happy to have you in. If you know anything about audio, streaming audio or recording or anything, it doesn't look like I'm getting my game audio through to you guys. So I'm terribly sorry about that. I'm going to have to do a little more research, or maybe somebody in chat can help us out with that today. But aside from that, we're gonna try to get after doing these details. So we just built this base up over the last few days, about 4 days. I started on stream last week. We started building the walls and by the end of stream, got it started to filling up. So we've created 5 or 6 waterfalls off of these large pillars, and then kind of attempted to create a base that comes out of the rock. Of course, that in the distance is just the ancient spire. It kind of looks like it's part of our build, but it's really not. Hey, oh, you just started playing? It's so cool. We've got a few hundred hours in it. I play with my wife, and I do all the building, and she loves foraging and cooking, and we hunt together and do all the quests and everything. It's just an immersive game. Immersive, that's not the word. Expansive. So massive. So I'm sure if you like it, I'm sure it'll keep you happy for a long, long time. I'm gonna get my this pulled up here, be a little easier to follow it there. Yeah, I'd be happy to give you a tour before we start really laying down I'm going to start with the benches, and then we'll get into maybe some furniture, and hopefully here in an hour, a couple hours, we can bring some of our NPC friends over. I have a little bit of a concern with their pathing, the AI pathing, so you'll have to see what I mean, if they're going to fall into our large lake that we created here or not. So, but anyway, just to kind of give you a starters, I reckon over here would be a neat place to start from. On the other side of this wall is a valley that has some shroud, and so if you're out there in the shroud, or if we need anything from the shroud, we can just come right here, and this is all shroud. You can't build in the shroud, so I had to stop my wall right there, but our base layer comes out to about where this water's at, I think. So anyway, you coming up from the shroud, you've got this entry here. You come up to this large wall and a waterfall, and then you've got this entry. You just pop in the door, and all of a sudden you're submerged in paradise. So we'll just start here. I'll do one little swim through here to show you there is an underwater tunnel right here. This valley had a natural bridge in it, and so once we flooded everything, it became an underwater tunnel here. That's pretty neat. So we'll pop back through right quick. Essentially, the way when I build bases here in this game, we like to give all the NPCs kind of their own spaces. So the NPCs end up building for you. They're the ones that give you the recipes for crafting benches, and that you'll need for various weapons and armor and spells and all the fun that the game has. So those NPCs, they have equipment, that are associated with that NPC. So we'll build a house, for instance, and put the blacksmith in it. And then in that house, we'll put the blacksmith, bed for the blacksmith, and all of the equipment, all the benches, the smelter, and the furnaces and everything. They're in that building, and so that's just kind of like the blacksmith's hut or the blacksmith's cave or whatever the base is. So we've got three really interesting bases here on this save that I'd be happy to tour if anybody would like to see them. Just chip in, speak up. But anyway, so you come up from the water here, and we've got this little entrance that we carved in. You just keep working your way up, and you find yourself here in kind of the common courtyard. This will be for the trader, the Mei Ling, I think is her name. And I still need to insert some windows, it looks like right there. We can do that in a little bit. But this will be for the trader. Her bed will be in this bedroom back here, as well as the bard. And they can just kind of hang out in this open, kind of an open market area here. And then in here, right now on the interiors, I've got these large braziers, and that's in most of the buildings, that's all I've got so far inside. And that's just to give me some light to work with. And also when you're looking at the building from a distance, especially at night, it really shines if you've got some light inside to come out of those windows. So that's good stuff. So then this is their bedroom. Just pop right in here, and they'll have their beds back here. They don't really have any equipment that goes with those NPCs. They're just kind of like a common story NPC. So we'll just have a nice bedroom back here with some furniture for those two. And then from this courtyard, of course, you've got the main structure going up from here, but we'll just pop this way first right quick. And this is the wizard's hut, the alchemist's hut. And I'm going to actually, here in a little bit, bring this fertile dirt, grass that we added in here. I'm going to bring this on out to the line here. And we need to think of something, how we want to close in this line. I'm worried that the NPCs will do a little wandering and get stuck somewhere. I'm not sure if they can swim. They added water to the game, but I'm not sure about the NPCs' swimming abilities. So popping on in here to the alchemist's hut. Obviously, it's nestled up under these waterfalls. Come on in, and this will be the whole crafting area. They've got a few crafting benches for the alchemists, the wizards, but this will be their area here. And then they've got, there's two of them. I say there's the alchemist and his assistant. Several of the NPCs, if you haven't found them yet, have assistants. So you've got to have two beds and room for two people in them. So anyway, this will be, we'll put some extra walls in here, kind of create a couple of small rooms over here for the two wizard NPCs. And then they have this area just to kind of get a little bit of sunshine. If they have any potion concoctions that need to cure in the sun or anything like that. We've laid this patio out here on the backside of everything, and it's kind of coming out of the rock. I really tried to make this thing look organic, like it's built into the rock, into the mountains. So there's not much to see this way. It's the back of the base. You can see where we came in right down there, the shroud. And on this location on the map, where we're at here, if you wanted to do something similar, is we're down at the very southeast corner of the entire map. So you can see, let me zoom in a little, you can see this kind of a straight line coming down with red on the right side of it. That's the red shroud, and it's the edge of the map. We'll take a look at it real well here in a little bit from up top, but I'm just right near the edge of the map down here in the Kindlewastes. So moving on from the wizard hut, we'll pop down and see Crowley, the collector. I don't know about you guys, but Crowley's always got to have kind of his own space. He needs to be out away from, decent folk, and he likes it that way too. So we give him plenty of space and then not much room to wander. So he kind of stays in his little hole here. If you ever need anything from him, you can just come down here. At this little patio, we do have access or entrance from the water. So this is where you can come aboard here. And instead of going up to the main base, if you wanted to have any kind of special potions or goo made up. We are going to slap down some railings right here soon. I didn't have them in my pocket when I built this. And moving on down, behind door number 1 is an eerie green specter of a light. And then we can fill this space up with some knickknacks, and we've got some creepy furniture and whatnot. This is kind of the foyer of the crypt, which will be where the collector and his assistant are. And so this is the crypt. That door is great, that slow creaking door like that. Right now, these large braziers, I was kind of trying them out. I may leave one of them there, but I think I'm going to make both of those little nooks on each side into small bedrooms. The collector also has an assistant, so there's two of those fellas down here. They'll need beds, and then he has a crafting bench called the ectoplasm press, I think, or ectopress or something. So we'll kind of build a little floor up for that and set that here in the middle, kind of as a main feature when you come in. So that is the collector's crypt. I like to keep him away from civilized folk. Close those doors and move on to the main base, the main show. Now I have grapple points installed, so whenever when you make a base, it's neat to have it all expansive and like, oh, ooh, ah, wow. But then you have to navigate that thing. You know, you have to go from point A to point B 150 times, you know, in a gameplay, so in a session. So it's good to have these grapple points along the way. I'm looking for the prompt to grab it, and I wasn't seeing it. It's because I forgot I have my HUD hidden to give kind of a better view for this tour for you guys. So I do have those grapple points that you can just pop those and come right up nice and quickly. But for posterity's sake, for the tour, I'm going to hit one thing right over here I kind of skipped before we go up. At the other end of the patio, we have the fountain here, kind of a wishing well, and it's the water wheel as well. And that's kind of balanced between these two big blocks. It fit perfectly in this natural crevasse of the rocks that were here. So we have a bridge going across. It just worked out really well. We'll see here in a second, we've got an aqueduct kind of snaking its way around from a water source up top to get that thing fed. And then you'll see on the back side of it that it falls off creates a little waterfall on the back side here. So we are moving up. Do you, Nani, I'm not sure if you heard the microphone. Hopefully my microphone's at least coming through. It looks like it is. But I'm not sure if you're getting any game audio at all. So if you want to let me know if you're not, or if you are. I'd sure like to try to figure out what is going on with the game audio coming through the stream. I'm hearing it just fine, but I'm just not. It doesn't look like it's coming through the stream. So if anyone wants to let me know. But here's the main base. This will be storage and our bedroom, and kind of a common area. You know, this is also where the flame altar is. So this is what establishes, you know, how big your base is. And ours go out, you can actually see it. You can just see it at the edge there. Let's see if I can point right there at the wall. If you look at it when I have my hammer out, which I need to go ahead and pop my HUD back on, folks, so I can see what I'm doing. If I pop my hammer out, you can actually see the yellow line. It's right on that wall. That wall is built right on the border. So this is how large you can potentially get, and it goes in every direction. I have some water features up at the very top, creating a large waterfall that comes down here. So here's the flame, and I'm gonna pull my instrument out so I don't have stuff in my hands. This is just kind of the main room for storage. Like I said, we've got 3 different bases, and our primary one is this whole village with a castle up on the mountain above it looking down. And so this is probably all the storage that I'll put here. This will be plenty. for anything we're doing here. So I don't know if this will be the primary base we operate out of or not, but it's been a lot of fun creating it, and I look forward to decorating it out. I haven't worked with all of the stone, the desert stone, and this kind of a adobe, desert type of look. So it's Arabian kind of. It's been a lot of fun. So this is that room, the kind of main entrance room and storage. I do have a workbench right here, just plopped down for the moment for repairs, but I'll doll that up and make it look a little nicer. And then moving on upstairs, we'll have our main bedroom is here. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to put a door right here. Y'all can let me know what you think. But this is the main bedroom here. All I have in here so far is just a bed to sleep the night away, so I can build a little bit better during the day. But the master bedroom has a master balcony, enormous, big covered balcony. And you may kind of get a peek up there. I did something pretty different with the roof on this building. Being in the desert, I thought it was pretty neat. At first, we were thinking maybe a rooftop garden, but I'm not sure. I don't think we'll put planters up here. There will be plants around for decoration, but the actual garden is going to be back kind of back in here. We have some land on our base that's all back in here, and I'll build up some garden beds and have let the lady go to town. But otherwise, we figure it's like a flat roof with an open rooftop. So being the desert, we got the partial roof for a little bit of shade covering if you want to be in it, and we'll have chairs and some tables and stuff out here, some plants and whatnot, but just a whole kind of a rooftop patio kind of, or rooftop courtyard kind of patio. So that's it for this main house here. Oh, I still need to, here in a minute, we need to add the windows into our holes here, like we've done down below. So moving on from the main building here, we'll head over to the first of 3 outbuildings. So we've got the alchemists that are down in their little hut down there in the rock. And then we've got the collector down below in the crypt. And then one more thing here on the main house to look at off to the side here. I've got this hot tub that we created. Real neat little water feature, and just a great neat place to chill. It looks really cool at night. The tile in the bottom has a real subtle little bit of a glow to it, and it's been neat. And then you can just see on the bottom level under where the water's fallen, every other block is removed on that level behind the seats. You can see it better here. So that's letting the water flow off, and it's actually created another waterfall for hot feet for this side here, dropping down over here. Oh, look at that! I have a scaffold block that I forgot to delete. We can go delete that in a minute, but anyway, this creates another waterfall back here on the backside. So it's been a lot of fun. Oh, and this is where the aqueduct for the water wheel is fed from. The water passes up through that hole right there. You can't see it from here, but it drops into this aqueduct, and it flows around here and goes under the bridge to that path there. And we've got, of course, the floodgate. Is that what they call it? A small floodgate. But you close that thing, and this water here, it'll start filling up real fast, and it'll cut off we're already starting to float. So that's pretty neat. We won't really close it, of course, but it's just neat. All right, so moving on then. This will be the farmer and the huntress. They've got a lot of equipment, a lot of crafting stations that go around them, both indoor and outdoor. So they do have a large patio upstairs for the outdoor stuff. So we're talking like beehives. There's a seafood grill that works a little better outdoors. And what else do they have? Some kind of a drying rack, smokers. I'm not sure. We'll take a look. I've got it all in my pocket. So anyway, this will be the main crafting level for all of those crafting stations and some furniture and whatnot. And then their bedrooms, along with both of them, have a helper, an apprentice. So their beds will be up here, their sleeping quarters. And then this is the door to the patio. And we'll have, like I said, some outdoor crafting stations up here. Something to create smoke. I don't remember what it is right now, but so that's these guys. So are you liking the game so far? Since you've been playing it, I know you said you just started. It seems to me like it's really got something for everybody in this game. The lore is pretty deep if you want to get in, if you like getting into lore. The building obviously is fantastic if that's your what you enjoy, and then and it has quite a bit of adventure and skill tree and leveling up. Kind of choose if you want to be ranged or a melee build or a a magician, a mage, spellcaster, or whatnot. So, anywho, this patio comes wrapping right around the end of the building here, and you can pop right down to here, and a bridge crosses over to the next pillar, the next big rock pillar. And here we have the barber shop. And we'll also have probably a bed or two for a couple of the common villagers. But this is one of the only spaces that I've started to do a little bit with the interior. So we've got the barber shop. Pretty self-explanatory here. It's kind of how this has turned out. I think it's pretty neat. Turned out cool. And then pop upstairs, and they'll have their bed up here, their beds. I may make that overhang. No, the stairs will get messed up. We're good. He's happy. And then from the barber shop, you'll move on to the wood shop, the carpenter, and the blacksmith. Now, blacksmith, like the huntress or the farmer, the blacksmith has some outdoor crafting tables too. Think big, fiery, smoking behemoths. So they need to be outside. So we've got a spot for him there as well. But this building was fun. It was neat the way this building came together. I usually don't have a real plan when I start building. I just kind of let things come together. I let the terrain usually kind of dictate a little bit of a rough sketch in my head, and then I'll start laying those base foundation outlines kind of deal, and then it just kind of starts coming together. So because of that style, I undo a lot of stuff. I take things out and replace it with something else quite a lot. So you'll see that if you hang around. But moving down here, and again, we haven't done all the interiors yet, but we'll have some things for inside and out here. Here's the location with the open air to open uncovered patio area for the big smelters. And I believe maybe a charcoal furnace would be better in there. I think the charcoal furnace would be okay underneath this roof, though. I mean, it's all open air out here, so it'll be fine. All right, so popping into the blacksmith shop and the carpenter's shop will be right here, one on either side. And then, as far as like their benches and the equipment, that stuff will be down there. And then coming up the stairs will be their quarters. Both of them are essentially identical, one on each side. You pop in, and this is what their rooms look like. So it'll be enough room for both of these NPCs also have companions. So that'll be 2 beds in here, and some furniture and knickknacks, and then 2 beds on the other side. So carpenter and helper, and blacksmith and helper. And that's it. That is the the desert base, which we have not named yet. We do need to get, if anyone wants to come up with a little bit of help for that, we need to get a name for this one. It's got to follow kind of our scheme that we've got. So here on this save, my wife and I, just a little bit kind of based on the lore and also just for kind of rooted in our Christianity, we've begun calling all of our bases in this game Hope something or something Hope. So the very, very first base that we ever made was Mystic Hope. And Mystic came from the storyline a little bit right when you emerge from this cinder vault at the beginning. There was something about Mystic that they were saying a lot, so it looked like it was going to be that kind of a game. So we've got Mystic Hope, and then our second base, and I would say probably our primary base. We haven't been playing from there lately. We've been playing from the Veilwater Basin, but this base here is actually located approximately right where the Shroud Depot is, if you've ever been there on that dedicated server. But again, this is a large mountain here, and this is a castle up top. So this is Home Sweet Hope. And then down below we have Hope Town, and it's a village down below. So it's is a lot of fun. It's actually built on this POI in the game called Lush Pasture. But if you go there in the game, you'll see there's really nothing there. There were like some fences and some rackety, like a lean-to shed that was falling apart, kind of a thing. It wasn't like proper structures or anything, so we really did all the building there. It can be fun to find some of the POIs in the game and just do some repairs and claim those as your base. But we haven't done that. Actually, I did do that up in the Albaneve Summits at Hope Ranch up here in the snow. It was an existing, right above the shroud here, an existing structure POI that we repaired and added some fencing, and we've got yaks and goats up there. So that was fun. So anyway, it's got to be Hope something. We've got Home Sweet Hope and Hope Town and Hope Ranch and Mystic Hope. And then up in the Veilwater Basin, where we've been playing from lately, we have Hope Oasis. That one is subject and likely to change because what we're building now and looking for a name for is down in the desert, and it's a water base. And so it's clearly the oasis of the two. But the Veilwater Basin base, it's in the Veilwater Basin. So it's all water up there. It's all tropical and, you know, the base anyway that we built, it's kind of Polynesian almost. I wouldn't say Caribbean, but definitely beachy, you know, definitely coastal. So maybe we call that one Coastal Hope. But so I'm all up on all ears on that one. We need to potentially rename if we decide that Hope Oasis is the best name for this one, where we're currently at. So that's where we're at. I do get distracted sometimes fairly easily. What were we doing first? What brought that on? It's about to be time to go to bed in a moment, but I mean, I think I'm ready to get to work. I can't think of what else we were doing. So, all right, we're going to start with these handrails down here. I know I needed to pop those in. Let me get these out of my face, perhaps. We'll just take the direct route, take the express route down, the express elevator, and they're right over here. Have you guys noticed you can't hit the grapple points if you're in the water? I swear you could do that before. I was going to place grapple points along the bottom, along the floor, so that if you were headed for the doors out at the perimeter or coming back to the base from those doors, I was going to put in a series of those grapple points, and you could just zip along from one to the other and get right back to shore, or from the base out to the door. But I haven't been able to hit any of the grapple points from if you're in the water, if you're floating. You have to actually, and I don't think that it was always like that. So any input on that, I'd be happy to hear. All right, railings right here. They were right here. We'll get snap on. I turn snapping on and off a lot. I go back and forth between that a lot. Same thing with third person and first person view. For building, especially, honestly, for gameplay, usually I prefer first person. But some games, your character is just so awesome looking. You know, it can be fun to, to be able to see your character. And let me pop a different toolbar here so I don't have to hold my weapon or walk around my weapon. So it can be fun to be able to see your character, and then some mechanics are easier in third person. It's think peek and shoot, without blowing cover. But yeah, generally, especially for building, I like the first person. All right, so we had to do that. We also had to windows. We need to throw windows up in the bedroom. That'll be a good thing to do right now because it's about to be time to lay down on that bed for a minute. And then I need to get some kind of metal bars, I think, to go. I want to lay them in the windows in front of the. I put some glowing blocks back in the background behind some windows I cut out down in the crypt, and I want to put some steel bars, halfway in those. I think that'll look good. So we need to try to do that too. Do I have the windows on me? Yes. I was anticipating this process. So up here, I think we can go with the tall, skinny gold ones. Let's find out. We can get our single block out. Great for editing. And these guys need to be 6 tall. So I think if I do that and that'll give us 6 tall. Let us see. It could be, there's more window above that, but see, there's a whole like panel of the window up above that, but I think that looks good. And we definitely don't want to, you know what, maybe we split the difference actually. Let's do that. Let's try that. We'll pick this one back up. Now, you can see in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it tells you some special controls. If you hold down R and right-click, you can tilt, rotate buildable, placeable items in any of the 3 axes. And if you hit Q and right-click, you can adjust the depth of your piece. So let's turn off the axes. Oop, that's not what I was trying to do. We'll turn off the axis, and we just want to lower this down there. I think that's a good height for them. So we can go ahead and pop these in. Yeah, we can eyeball that. We'll pop, oh, that is not it. We'll pop all these in and then just go through, come back afterwards and delete the blocks. Get in there, buddy. You know what? We'll delete the blocks first. That's going to be a potential pain. We don't need any volunteer headaches. Life will give you enough of those all on its own. I believe it's there. I believe, oh, it was not there. We'll undo those. Okay. Make sure we get the right blocks here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the same height we're at, correct? Go ahead and open this one up so we can see what we're doing. Yes, that's the same height. All right, so we're only making these 5 tall then instead of 6. 3, 4, Oh, that's only 4 tall. Is that what we did here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 is the plan. And it looks like we're just dropping it down 2. So that ought to go pretty quick. That was not the same. So I guess we're taking 2 from the top and 2 from the bottom. That's not the same either. Is this one already done? 1, 2. Oh, this one's already done. Okay. Not sure how that happened, but we'll go with it. Now, the top of both of those are correct already, so we can pop these guys in. I don't mind working through the night if it's, you know, if you're inside, but man, if you're building outside, it gets so dark, so dark. Oh, we got to go around. Almost got lost for a second. It got me again. Got me again. That looks funny. Oh, okay. That's why. There we go. So these are already 3 tall. Okay, that's what I keep trying to remove 2 from the bottom. We only need to remove 1 from the bottom. That'll go extra quick. One thing I'm real bad about, we've got some builders in here, but I'm so bad about not eating while I'm building. And my wife's real good about reminding me, but when she's not here, I'm known to just die. I'll just I'll get to building and I'll just die. I'll forget to eat. This game, I don't remember if I think it's one of the skills that I got, but for whatever reason, I have a little like wisp, a little like friendly blue fairy that heals me slowly, and he kind of appears and floats around your head in circles, and so he's my savior. He clues me in that you know, hey, you're starving to death. You're about to die. So once I see him pop up around my head, that's when I say, oh, time to eat. Where did we do that? Right below the points of the bottom window. So right there. Now this will go quick and we'll be done. Another thing checked off the list. And then I think the most fun thing to do next would be to go ahead and start slapping down all these benches that I have in my pocket. Kind of really start designing some of the interiors for the main NPC crafters. That'll be good. Get in there. Are you centered up? Looks strong. Okay. Oh, I missed the one over the stairs. It's always the one over the stairs, you know. Same thing in real life, like with light bulbs or smoke detectors. Is that you? Yep, that's you. Oh, and I missed this guy too. All 3 of these. I did not make it around. There she is. Alrighty. Let's take a little nap. And then we'll pop it. Oh, look, I'm sitting there talking about it. I'm about to starve to death right now. You guys are just going to let me die. It's like, oh, that'd be funny. I wonder if he actually starves while he's talking about it. If I don't eat right this second, I will. I'll forget about it 2 seconds from now. All right. And now I'm good for another, you know, I don't know, 10 minutes. I'm not sure. So we want to start with, probably just go start with the huntress over here, but I don't know, I'm spoiled. I want to start with the blacksmith, so let's go to him first. We're going to take the scenic route. Like a glove. All right, let's load up. We don't need these or these or these or these. I'm going to need the pocket space for that stuff. Okay, blacksmith, talk to me. Where are you at? Oh no, I gotta go back to the chest. we put grapple points all over the place for this particular base. It's with all the verticality that you have, and it's spread out so much. My wife's not the best glider or grappler or flyer. She is the best at a lot of things, but she knows her limitations, and so we always make sure we've got handrails everywhere. And in this game, I put grapple points everywhere, so she can always have a spot to grab. You can actually grapple your way almost around the whole base. Pretty neat. So, alrighty. So we need to catch which chest did I drop that stuff in? One of these. This one. Okay. So we don't need all of this, but we need some of it. I want to do the blacksmith first, so we'll grab his stuff. And I think we'll probably go ahead and drop off some of this stuff that I know I'm not going to use immediately. Actually, this is all furniture. Let's go ahead and get the furniture in its own box. So one thing, if anyone's having inventory envy, if you haven't heard about it yet, there's a dedicated server that's kept up on this game called the Shroud Depot, and it's just somebody's save where they have every item that's in the game, basically, as far as I know, pretty much. And is that all of that? Yeah, I just want crafting stations right now. And so you can just pop in. It's password free. You can just pop in and go shopping, basically. So it's not as easy as it sounds, actually. You have to spend a lot of time. It's hard to find things, but so different people have different feelings about this. Is it cheating or whatnot? And in my opinion, it can be. But the way I am with that is that I don't ever get, and my wife's the same way. We don't ever get anything from the store. We call it go to the store. We don't ever get anything that we haven't already unlocked or crafted or earned or found in the regular gameplay ourselves. So there's a lot of armors there and a lot of weapons there and some food and things, even some NPCs that we see that we haven't found or unlocked ourselves yet, so we don't ever take those items. But if it's something that you've already done the mission for, you've already done the grind for, you've already marked your map and mined, 10,000 of the irons, okay, I'm fine if you have a store that you can just go and get iron bars. You can go and get these benches that, oh, I'm just talking and walking. So I'm fine with that. I don't see that as cheating. Certainly not in the main, concern being that this isn't. It's a single player game essentially. Anyone that's in your server is there, from imitation, your friends, your buddies, you know what I'm saying. So it's not, you're not ruining the experience for anyone else. I wasn't just walking and talking. I was going where I wanted to go. I want to do the blacksmith first. I think he'll be a little more fun. There'll be lots of quiet times of contemplation as well. The way I'm building, I just kind of sit back and scratch my head sometimes and look at things. All right, we're going to start with the big bad boys. Now, what else do we have for him that needs to go outside? I'd like to think about where we want to space these. Do we want to put them, can we fit two of them this way without going? See, the roof is right there. Not really, you really can't. So we could go like one that way and the other facing it like so. But that definitely does not leave room for, I don't think we're going to have room out here for both of these and the charcoal furnace, and I think actually is the charcoal kiln that goes with the carpenter, does? Oh, well, he's in the same building too. Yeah, so it does go with the carpenter though. It's not a blacksmith thing. So is the pretty sure the kiln and the charcoal kiln are both carpenter, and the smelter and the what are these are actually called? Furnace? I think it's called the furnace. Blast furnace. Yeah, those are the blacksmith. At any rate, this charcoal kiln does need to be outside somewhere. So let's grab him and see what he looks like. Honestly, I think, does the regular kiln need to be outside too? All right, you have done all the good you needed to do there, sir. Yeah, I think both of these need to be outside. And they do smoke a bit, but I don't think it'll be too smoky for, it's all, it's open air under here. I think they'll be fine. That being said, their bedrooms are right above there, so hopefully they don't actually get smoked out too bad. I thought that was probably clipping, but let's see, that's the front, isn't it? Get back into first person, so much easier. Okay, that's the front. So, like that. And we want it to be one of those two right there. Move my body over, so that's that line, and we'll bump it back. Can we get one more without clipping too bad? Yeah, I can live with that. It's a little bit of clippy, but I can. It's really clipping out the backside, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna pull it out a little. Oh, I was stuck in it, I had it stuck inside the other one too. On that note, we'll just go ahead and pull him out just a skosh, and maybe give him a little turn. This is how you can fine tune turn things in the game with that R right click, like an advanced. Now I don't know if I like these turned sideways like this or not. This one's bellows are sticking out the gate, sticking through the fence back there, aren't they? They sure are. Grab him back up at least. Get his bellows out of the gate. Can we turn off snapping? Yes, thank you. So we could have them like that. Alternatively, we could put them both like that, but then you don't really see their. Let's advanced rotate those two. We're going to hit the right key. Helps. Whoop. Let's put them at an angle. See how that feels. Is that a good angle? I think that's a good angle. We'll find our center point, kind of offset it off of there, and we'll match the other one momentarily. R right click. You have to hold down R the whole time, by the way, while you're rotating. If you just start scrolling without holding down R, as you saw me do a moment ago, it scrolls through your hotbar, and then you have to do a little reset. So how does that look? That looks a lot better. I like that a lot better. Okay, we're happy with that. Let's move inside. So I guess we need to decide who is where. Close that. We need the blacksmith on one side and the carpenter on the other. I wonder about should we make like a counter of sorts? Like you would walk in and talk to Oswald and walk in and talk to Cade. Kind of like that idea instead of it just being totally open when you come in. I don't know. Because they don't have too much. Let's see, I guess let's load up our hotbar again here. This is a blacksmith tool, and this is a carpenter's tool. I should have two, I guess I only made one table saw, or grabbed one table saw. I think that's part of the alchemists. So I think this might be it. We need to make another table saw. The only thing we've got on the carpenter's side is one table saw. Oh no, and the smelter is the blacksmith. We've got both of the carpenter's smoke machines outside. Um, so yeah, we've got two smelters and some tools. So it's not that big a difference, really. One thing, we'll grab another one of these for the carpenter, but for the moment, I think that'll do. Let's get these braziers out of our face. Okay. So yeah, we've got quite a bit of space. Let me take a look at what this might look like. Let's get some half walls maybe, and I don't have any blocks in my pocket other than Desert Temple. It's actually probably okay. It's probably what I would want to use anyway. So would we want the counter going like this way? You know, maybe like right here, like that way. And then we put their equipment behind there, leave them a little doorway, a little pathway, like right there to get in and out of the stairs. And then we could have some seating, you know, kind of a waiting kind of area out there. Or do we want to just run the bar, the counter, like right here, running this way, and basically then as the customer, you would just have this space right here at the bottom of the stairs, and you'd have a counter on this side for, you know, the blacksmith, and a counter on this side for the carpenter. That would give them more room for all of, you know, their equipment and whatnot. Like I said, these two don't have a whole lot, but that would give them more space in their shop area, versus the customer space small. But if we ran the counters this way across both sides, then the customer space is this whole like front lobby area here. I've talked myself into it. I think nobody else has nobody else is chiming in, so we're gonna roll with that. But I do think it needs to be wood, so we gotta go grab that because I don't have that in my pocket apparently. I just got all of the crafting stations and none of the blocks. Oh yes, let me show you the grapple points. You can just grapple all the way around everything. You can go anywhere. This is a good view, actually. A good view of the waterfall and the water wheel and everything. Looks good, nice. I like it. Moving on. Just got these things everywhere. I better show my HUD before I miss a grapple point. Basically, anywhere that my wife might be flying through and out of control and needing a grapple point, we try to give her a helping hand. Whoop, whoop, I missed. But there's another one, just for times such as those. All right, so we're after a block. We'll go ahead and zip up the quick way here. I think I've just been leaving this door open. It looks like I left them both open this time. I think I like this door closed. We get plenty of natural light through the windows. All right, so we're done with the windows now. We need these other couple of blocks. Give me some wood. I don't think I'll need any limestone, but it will not hurt to have it in my pocket. And we will zip back over to where we were. Oh, we missed. And that's where those come in handy. All right, where were we? Palmwood Central. I don't know if it needs to be that tall. I feel like it probably doesn't. Maybe, is it going to go down another block? It won't go down anymore. We may have to shave off the top a little. Shave a little off the top. I reckon we'll start over here and see where that gets us. So 3 of them, that is not a big enough gap. The NPC will not make it. I'm not even sure if he'll make it through that. We can always trim it back a little if he doesn't make it through, right? Alrighty. And then we'll give him a little countertop. I don't know why I was changing bars. It seems good. Maybe we start on this side. That is going to mess with him. I think this is gonna be too close for him to be able to get through here. I mean, honestly, he may never even go back there, you know? It's all just for role playing. Give him a snap turned on, see if that'll help us to here finish this out. Okay. I keep changing my toolbar instead of my build piece. All right, so we're halfway down right there on that rock. Oh, I need to turn snapping back off. On that rock there. Oh, we came up one. There we go. Get in there. Then I think we had a half block extension on that. I cannot stop doing that to save my life. And we do the split overhang here. Is that it? Looks funny from that side. That's not it. Is that how that side is? It is how that side is. I think we'll just trim that off. That'll be all right. We'll go with that and then trim it off. Whoop. Too far, too far. You've gone too far, sir. Trimmy, trimmy. It looks like a glowing block, but really it's a saw. A magic, it cuts anything saw. Very excellent. We'll take it. That is good enough for government work. Oh, that is outside. Son of a biscuit. All right, it's okay. We have the technology. We can fix it. Oh, you know what else we can do here? We can delete that scaffold platform that we saw earlier down there. Like so. Because it does not belong there. Yeah, building a build like this takes a lot of scaffolding, and so that's another reason to love this game. There's no structural requirement in the building, so you can just pop a floating platform anywhere floating in the air, and that makes scaffolding really easy. Really just building in general is easier when it doesn't have the structural integrity factor. All right, let's get rid of these doofus blocks. Whoop, 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 whoop. Easy. Easy trigger. All right, that's nice. Looks good. Get a full out and remove that, dude. Alrighty. Woo, close one. I don't think I've ever noticed the top of these. What is that supposed to be, do you think? Huh. I don't know if I know what that's supposed to be. This base has been a lot of fun. Really wish you could share them better. I do try to put some stuff, on YouTube and here. I don't have as much time as I'd like, but I have so much material to go through to try to get some things shown. All right, is one side bigger than the other? If it is, I think we'd like to let the blacksmith have the larger side. So we just have, these tools are not very big, no. So we just have one set of tools and two smelters for the blacksmith. I think I'm gonna actually turn him this way and put him here, believe it or not. That will do her. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. And then he's got his trusty tools. Could be anywhere really. Works for me. And ye olde carpenter can have the same type of a setup. We'll get another table saw post haste. Put it on the list. We should actually probably make a list the way my brain works. Writing things down would go a long way. All right, so those two are ready to go, except those are very far from the wall. Holy cows. Wait, actually, I'm going to leave that one there for the moment for reference. How about that? They need to be at an angle, don't they? Both of them. It'll look better from the customer side. It's all about the curb appeal, my friend. Yeah, that'll be nice. Kind of poke it back into the corner a little. And then just try to match this one. Let's see, same rotation. There, is that right? Yeah, that looks the same. And then distance out from the wall. Check. Okay, seems good. We'll give him a little bit of furniture or something. Actually, it doesn't seem good. We should get those a little further back. OCD helps with building in games like this. It also helps with electrical and networking work, so that served me well for a long time. Scruffy Row Cotton. I don't think I need any of those. We're gonna just let that float away. That's an interesting name, though, I'll tell you what. Let's see. Does that look copacetic? All right, how far back do we actually need to be? Down on my face. So basically to that next stone back. Or at least almost. We'll say halfway. Give them a little bit of space. Love how every time you pick it up, it undoes whatever rotation you have. I think that's us. It also takes you out of first person every time. Is that the right? No. Or was it? Get back here. Okay, yeah. We're good, we're happy, everybody's good. Everybody's happy, and I like that. Yeah, we're just at a weird angle right there, I think. Okay. That'll work. So we need furniture upstairs and we need beds. Beds are going to be probably just going to go to the store for beds, actually. All right, so who do we want to do next? The barber's mostly done in there. If anybody didn't see that earlier, the salon, or the barber, as he prefers to be called, is kind of done in here a little bit. We've got somewhat of a barber scene going. And then we'll put his bunk up there. He's got no, he doesn't have a companion, actually. The barber's a solo show, which is odd because he's very friendly. All right, moving on up here, we will run into the Huntress and Farmers building. Now they've got some outside stuff as well, but it is going to go up here. I made a large patio for those. So let us load up once again with dryers for the Huntress and looms, I think also for the Huntress. Spinning machines, I believe was the that's all the room we had there. We need these. We do need these. Where'd they go? The spinning machines. Is that it? That might, note we've got the cooking stuffs. Where's the seafood? Oh, it's up there. The seafood and the coffee brewer. I forgot about the coffee brewery. Let's see, alchemist, 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 collector. Who is this? I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's the alchemist as well. The paint station, isn't it? Or should it be for the, I don't know, is that a wizardy thing? Or I think it's a wizardy thing. It's either the wizard or maybe the, I don't know, the farmer and the, or the huntress does all of the, like, cloth stuff. So I think it's huntress stuff. But, I mean, man, we've already got all this stuff for the huntress, so, and the huntress slash farmer. So, yeah, maybe we leave it be. I think that I'm thinking about putting this fireplace here too. I think we'll leave that be for the alchemist. We'll put that up there with his stuff. So those are his benches. These are the two main benches, and then like I said, I think that's his bench. Those are decorations. That's another bench. The grinding, those are decorations. Decoration. Okay. Oh, I forgot about our forge for the blacksmith. Need to pop that in over there right quick. Do that maybe before I forget about it. Where's it at? Here. Where is he at? Over here. Pieces of cake. We'll just move his tools over. And that seems like a heck of a spot for a forge. And do we have some tools? Are these blacksmith? Masonry. Good enough. Wait, masonry tools. No, that's not good enough. Masonry tools are for a carpenter. Oh no. I mixed them up. Good thing I found that before they got back. Oswald is pretty cool, the blacksmith. But Cade would have had my hide. That's the carpenter. That guy doesn't seem like he plays around. I could definitely see him calling me out. Can we rotate this advanced? Yes, yes. Nice. Let's do that, because that looks kind of pretty good. Right about there. Happy, happy. Did we close? We just didn't hear it. All right, I think we ought to be able to just glide over here and zippity doo dah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Do we have another? Oh, that ate half of my health. That's where I. Okay, I'm cursed. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm cursed, I said. We better just swim. We better just swim home. Good thing we made a big lake in the desert. I'm gonna have to hop up. Oh, it's 10:30. That's probably why. I'm gonna have to hop up and hit the head in a moment. Let's see about slamming down these benches for the nice ladies. The frames don't look great. Nobody's said anything specifically, so if you're just joining, appreciate the lurks, glad you're here, and we're working on audio issues today. It doesn't look to me like the game audio is coming through, but I hadn't had any feedback on that from chat, so feel free to let me know if what you're hearing, if you're not hearing it, if you're hearing it and it sounds fine, or if you think you might know what the issue might be. I'm certainly open to suggestions. All right, so let's start upstairs, I think, with the outdoors, the great outdoors. We might ought to start with the fireplace, actually, if we're going to have a fireplace. All right, so let's see. We've got this to go out here somewhere. I always have a hard time seeing where the front of this thing is. I think it's that side. Yeah, it's the only side that doesn't have like a rope going across it. Okay, so we'll maybe put that here-ish. Oh, I don't have any beehives. I forgot to get beehives, didn't I? That's furniture for the blacksmith. That's furniture for the in here for where we're at right now. Go ahead and grab that. That is also decor slash furniture for in here. These are things I need. My OCD's scratching on these, scratching a little bit here on this toolbar. Nope, not that. No, not that. Yes. Okay, that is also for the carpenter. That'll be the collector. This is its own thing. And this is supposed to be for the wizards. I'm not sure if we'll put it in there or not. We've got lots of stuff for the wizard already, so we may put these both down in the courtyard near the water mill, maybe. Open to suggestions. Just let me know. So I think that's all we need for in here or around here. There's one thing that didn't fit, wasn't there? Or no? This has a home somewhere. And so do these. Okay, so outside stuff, we've got, I guess, the campfire, the stove. We need to make a chimney, I think, here at this place. Okay, so let's go downstairs, start dropping some of the rest of this stuff. The big boys. Okay, so we've got two of these. They're always hard to see which side looks best. All right, so I'm thinking we can have leather and drying racks on one side of the room, and then spinning machines and spools and whatnot on the other side of the room, perhaps. Which way to go? And then the spinning machines, don't we have two of these, right? They're just in different pockets. That makes good sense. They're not as big. The drying racks are fairly large. And I guess technically outside, right? Would the drying rack supposed to be outside? I mean, it would dry inside too. You wouldn't want it outside if it was raining. Yeah, we'll leave them inside. So the drying racks, and I guess let's move these. So these four on one side of the room and these four on the other side of the room, and then somewhere some type of a kitchen. I think maybe spinning corner here, leather and drying on that wall, and then we'll actually like build up a little bit of a kitchen over here on that side. I think that makes good sense. So let's get started. These are actually kind of big too. Yeah, they're a little too big to put anything like, aren't they too big to put? Yeah, we can't put two of them next to the door. Okay, so we'll do the tall ones first because they're a little taller. Yeah, we'll do the tall ones first, make my brain a little happier. They look done that way, so we'll put them this way. Maybe we spin them as well. A little cattywampus. Just a little cattywampus. I guess it does make sense that it resets your rotation since it's a whole different building piece that you're putting down. It's not like you're putting another one of that block down. It's a whole different block as far as the game is concerned. Which way do these look best? That way? I feel like they function best this way, but they do look better, I think, this way. I think that'll work. Okay, so far so good. These are so strange. On the one side, you want to be able to see the barrel and the stuff underneath it, but then this side has all the little bottles and the whole spinning paddle mixer thing, which I'm kind of curious. I guess this is based on some level of technology we had for curing leather. What's up with the fish stew? How does that help cure leather? Because this is a leather curing bench. I don't know. There you go. There you go with it. I think we'll maybe have these face each other. Right over here. Is that too close to the wall? Perfect. Yeah, that feels good. I don't think you need to walk in between them. That'll be even better. Like it's one unit. And then we've got some drying racks. Where are drying racks going to be? Should these be on the back wall and we could put that one unit like right here in the middle, like in it, like as an island when you walk in, and the kitchen would be over there? Yep. Yet another example of build it and change it. All right, so we do two of these back here. If we go another square, it's going to be a little too close to the wall, isn't it? Can't tell where the center's at in that view. Think that's centered? No, it's not, is it? Not quite. Let's see if we can merge these into one unit here. Like a glove. And then where were we with these? You want to put them kind of in the, well, not in the middle because you want some room when you walk in the door. I think probably like right here, kind of even with the sewing machine. Or the weaving machine. I don't remember what that is for sure. Do, 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 do. Okay, I like that. That'll work. And then we'll slap the other stuff over here because we need to come build. Need to come build a bit. So we'll make like some cabinetry, some counters, some type of a fireplace. I keep skipping past the oven I'm trying to grab. This is like the main basic little oven. Probably need to get another one of those. And then I definitely think that we should probably just, I haven't used this fireplace anywhere in this game yet, but this is the one that the colors I think might really go here with this build. Yeah, I think that works. Although I don't want to put it there, I'm going to put it in between the next window, and I think that'll look nice. Maybe turn snapping on, will that help us? No, I didn't think so. Then we can put our counter for the kitchen just past this and run a, what's upstairs crap. That won't be very realistic if there's a chimney running right there. Well, we could just run the chimney all the way up, right? Nothing wrong with having a, you know what else? There's nothing wrong with having in your bedroom a fireplace. So we'll just put the another fireplace right here and run a chimney in between them. Yeah. Okay, so we need another brick fireplace, another oven, and there was something else. We need a lot of beds. All right, I am going to head to the bathroom real quick and stretch my bones. If you want anyone along for the ride, I'm gonna hop up and give a little stretch. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. And back in 5 minutes, and we'll head to the Shroud Depot. Just gonna maybe grab you a better view whilst I'm out. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Feast your eyes on some of the other creations that we've made, and we will be right back shortly. Thanks again for being here. All right. Does everybody feel as better as I do? I hope so. All right, so let's get back into we're missing pieces, missing parts. I figured we ought to just go check the house, maybe see if we can craft them before we go shopping. So we'll pop over to the base formerly known as Hope Oasis. Again, I think we're going to change that. I could sure use some opinions if anybody wants to chime in and let us know. The desert build that we were at recently, that one is a very much Oasis build. It's a big water base in the middle of a desert. The one that we currently call Hope Oasis, we're about to visit right now. It's a kind of a Polynesian coastal village in the Vailwater Basin. So this is already a very water-rich, saturated area. Get my hammer out so we can go first person here. So this is what's currently called Hope Oasis, but we might use Hope Oasis for the desert base, in which case this needs a new name. Otherwise, we need a name for the desert base. So this is Hope Oasis. Just pop a message if you'd like to get the full tour, but otherwise we're going to get only as much of it as we need to achieve our goal here. So we're looking for a fireplace, a red brick fireplace, another cooking oven, just the plain cooking oven. I think they may be in here if we have them. We don't have a water well there yet, but we haven't even begun to think about working on a garden. I don't see anything that would serve as steel bars or the extra oven we need or the extra fireplace we need. So we've got one other box we'll peek in just to make sure. And no. Okay, so we are going to take a little stroll and I guess I'm just going to crawl because I'm just running too fast to walk around the base like that, So we'll just take a little stroll through the Hope Oasis and head down and see if we can't craft these. This goes to our current, this base. Honey, beehives, that's the other thing. We need a couple of beehives, another sawhorse. I really should make a list. Beehives, sawhorse, red brick fireplace, cooking oven. I think that's it. This goes through, you can follow that straight ahead and follow the waterfall down and go all the way down to the village. Or this is, you know who this is. Look at this guy. This guy with this creepiness. This is his assistant. Actually, that's the assistant. And that's Alden Crowley. He's the collector and the creep factor of the game. The creep factor of your base. So this is what we did here. I'll probably do something similar to this. I like the way it came out pretty good. Oh, we need beds too. We're gonna have to probably shop for those. I'll probably do something similar at their new house. Oh, I forgot I put the gunk on the ceiling. That looks pretty good. I don't remember what that is, but we'll have to experiment. So yeah, this is Crowley here at Hope not Hope Village, Hope Oasis. And these guys are true creeps. Make sure and close the door behind you on that one. Ugh, heebie-jeebies. All right, moving on along. We can stroll once through the garden on our way down past the zoo, as I call it, the barn, on our way to craft some stuff. So this is our garden. We've got row after row. You can tell I harvested some stuff that my wife hadn't replanted yet. And then we've got rice. I don't know if you knew there was rice in the game now. It has to grow in standing water. So we went ahead and I say we a lot. It's a team effort morally, but I do all of the building. But yeah, we went ahead and built out this little water feature to feed this little rice paddy as an addition to the garden. So going on from there, we'll swoop around, come back through the garden. This is the side that has all of the signs, this aisle here. My wife is an amazing gardener in real life and in all of our games. Got the quintessential water well. And we kind of passed them, but the seed beds, her seed beds are all right here at the bottom of these stairs. Got a couple of chests and all these seed beds. And then the zoo is pretty great. This is it here. Underneath that roof there is the barn. And I tried to make it, I call it the zoo because it kind of reminds me of a zoo. I tried to keep it as much natural as I could. So there was this big natural cliff that was kind of in a bit of a cove, you know, and I put a roof backed up into that cove here and then just left everything under it the way it was. And then we fenced it off with these bamboo fences. I don't want to open that door because there's hungry babies in here and they will just straight pop right through the door before you can even get it closed sometimes. So this is the barn. We've got all of the aminals in the game, or all of them that were in the game at that point. I don't know if they've added any on any new updates. I think we've got them all. How goes the building? Oh, okay. Well, Nanny, I'm glad to have you lurk, and I appreciate that. The building's been going fantastic. We've got most of our benches down and a couple little projects we wanted to do at the Desert Oasis. Um, I'm now at our previous village called Hope Oasis in the Veilwater Basin, just doing a quick tour here, and I'm currently in the zoo. But this base is where we've been playing out of. It's kind of been our new main base. And so I came here to try to craft a few things that we were missing. And if I can't craft them here, then we will pop back, go over to the Shroud Depot and do a little shopping right quick. I don't think I'll be able to make all the beds that I need, so we may just go do that. So anyway, here's the barn. And this is the rabbit pen because the rabbits, she has a hard time keeping them where they go. So that is the rabbit pen. There's a bunch of hungry rabbits under this little bridge right here is what we're seeing down there. And again, on the audio bit, if anybody can let me know, I don't think my game audio is coming through to the stream. And if not, I need to know for sure if it's not. I don't think it is though, and I need to try to troubleshoot that. So anyway, working down, we are at the bottom of the hill now. You can go back that way, and I've got some grapple points, or you can go through the waterfall up that tunnel we looked at a minute ago to get back up to the top. But this is the main part of the village. This waterfall up here was in the game already, but we expanded it quite a bit, and then I dug. It just kind of ended right here, and this was all flat ground that just had like ankle deep puddle. Unfortunately, audio didn't. Oh, well, thank you for letting me know, Nanny. I thought it was an issue with the game I was playing last week. It was an alpha release game, but the the first week I was streaming, and then I think last week I didn't have any issue with it. I could see on my encoder that I had on my equalizer I had levels, and those levels are just flat. Last this past Friday and today it was like that. Two different games. So to answer your question, I'm actually not on either of those. I mean, I have Streamlabs as a background, but I just use it for an alert, for the alerts. The encoder I'm using is actually Meld. So it's a little bit of a newer one, but I was told by some other streamers that it's kind of optimized better for older computers, or if you have, fewer resources available, which for now, at least that is the case with my system here. As you can see on the about page there on Twitch, it shows my specs, and I'm pretty impressed that this machine is doing any of this at all. So we're just starting out on our journey here with this channel. And it won't be too long before we just replace that mainframe and we'll be streaming on a better machine. But for now, I've got to kind of find the things that work the best for what I've got. So I appreciate anybody that's kind of sticking in there. I know I've got a lot of followers from some other communities that I've been active in for a few years. I've only been playing games really for a few years. I never really did I was a different generation and never really did as a kid or anything. And now I've got some physical issues that have me pulled out of my regular work for a while, and I play games now. So I figured this would be a neat adventure. And like I said, I watch some streamers on Twitch, so I enjoy the dynamic and the communities. All that to say, just that I have some followers that are, I think know me from other communities, from chat, and I just appreciate everybody more than I can say to try to help get it going. But the audio issue, I just don't know. I don't know if I need to check for some updates. If there's like an update to Meld, I don't think I changed anything on my end. Um, well, I did change I attempted to change the resolution on the advice of somebody, and trying to change the resolution. It turns out, and I guess this is like a duh kind of a thing, but you change the resolution, you have to basically rebuild your stream. You have to reset up all of the overlays and everything. And I hadn't had a chance to try to do all of that since I got that advice. So we are still streaming in 1080, but I have my frames turned down. They're capped lower, and I have my graphic settings in the game capped. I wonder if I did try a in-game audio setting to keep it from muting when I tab out. I can't imagine that would have anything to do with anything. It doesn't look like you're getting. I wish I knew more about that program. I'm real comfortable with OBS and Streamlabs. Are you familiar with this issue with just like with none of the games coming through? Um, I started with OBS, and I was having some performance issues for sure. And I just started it, so I barely started getting into it. And another streamer, his name's IB Fatbeard, another family-friendly Christian streamer I've been watching for years. He's a real good guy and plays with his family and everything. He advised me about Meld, and there's another fellow that we know, Captain Slothbeard, and he runs his. I mean, he's a relatively big streamer, and he runs his whole stream on Meld. Audio property isn't set to the game, like yeah, yeah, it's kind of weird. I could actually probably pull it up since you're throwing me some tips right quick. I believe I have. Let me hide that and pull this up. I think I have this show in here. Let's see, where's the background's in the very back. Okay, I'm hiding it right now. Okay, so obviously that's a little, try not to have a headache with the mirror in a mirror in a mirror in a mirror effect. But I don't think there's anything on here that would be, giving anything away or whatnot. But this is Meld. So my scenes are over here, or the scenes are down here, but these are the layers in the scene that I'm in right now. So if we go to streaming, these are the layers, and then any audio tracks that you add manually or that get added with a layer appear down here. So this one here that says Enshrouded, this is a new one I was just kind of experimenting with. Oh, thank you so much, Nanny. I sure appreciate that. God bless you. So this one I was experimenting. I just added that. But this one here that says Enshrouded, this one gets added down here with this layer right here, which is it says Enshrouded, but when you go to add a new layer in Meld, you can choose between these options, and one of the options is game capture. And if you choose game capture, then it will add that game right here, and it fills in the name. It reads the game, but then it'll also add this audio track down here, this box. And from what I understand with the recording and everything, the streaming, the cue button here, that just enables me to hear what that track is or not. So if I cue my desk mic, then I can hear my voice clearly in my headphones. So the alerts I have queued so I can hear if a follow, like when you followed earlier. And then I have Enshrouded, the game audio queued. What I'm hearing in my headset is the actual audio from the game itself, not the stream or the encoder, but just straight from the game. Um, is that a problem maybe? Do these games need to be sending audio to the encoder and not my headset, not the audio out? On the audio mixer here, you can add a blank track like that, and then you select at the bottom the device of what you want that track to be. And the options when you go to select device, you can choose between input devices, output devices, or process sources. So the input devices are just my microphones. The output devices would be either the speakers or my headphones. See speakers, or no, that's a headset. And then this is a listing of the default, and then this is a listing of the actual devices themselves here. So I see another message that pop that up in just a moment. And so anyway, just basic input, output, and then process sources is much more complicated. Then it pulls up a list of your actual processes running on your PC, and you would choose one of those to pull audio from. I hear. So yeah, so the audio mixer needs to hear the game. You have to tell it to hear the game. So I would think that'd be what this is, as far as I can gather. This card here is an audio source down here, and it's listed as Enshrouded. You can rename it or delete it with these options, and then if you go to edit it, it tells let's see. Edit track settings, fine-tune delay for perfect audio sync. Mark the audio track as global for use in all scenes or disable audio. So promote to global audio track. I think that from what that just says, if I turn that on, it'll play this audio track from the game I'm streaming, even on the Be Right Back screen or the stream ending screen. And then it has a delay you could set. Of course, you can exclude it from the VOD track, and I get that. Select the tracks that will record this audio source, set up only if you need separate audio tracks in the recorded file. So I don't think any of the settings here under edit would help. Now there is of course a mute, but it turns red when you have it muted, so you can tell, so that's not muted. There's a volume slider, you can just directly adjust the volume. And then this is where you would select reveal layer in CM. Oh, that's just showing you, it's just saying it would highlight which one of these layers that audio source is pulled from. So I'm just not sure. And there's this plus button. You might have been asking about this plus button. Were you asking about this plus button? If you were, and there may be a little bit of a delay we're working with, but all right, so this plus button allows you to put in a bar like this one where it says voice clarity. You can add these options up here to, I think actually, well, not I think, but you can adjust these. It's like an equalizer of sorts. So there's voice clarity, stereo panner, gain, and compressor. And if you click on the logo on any of them, like compressor here, and some of this is above my head for audio anyway. So the compressor has these options. Not sure what they are. Sidechain, none. I mean, we could try clicking on our gain capture here. Oh, it's not an option. This is like a list of all of them. No. Oh, here it is. Enshrouded. Could try clicking on that. I don't think it would matter. Output, knee, release, attack ratio, threshold. Okay, we'll close that. I'll get back on the game, make some music. I don't think it'll matter. And then, I mean, I do have the master volume of the game turned down, but I don't, it's turned down to 50%, but I don't believe that would be, I turned it down because I had feedback the first week I was streaming that my mic was very quiet and my game was very loud. Um, so yeah, I'm just not sure about any of these compressor gain. The gain is set at 100% right now. Let me turn this back to on the game. I'm going to put it back to turn off mute on background. So when we tab out, we can still hear if it's working or not. Actually, I'm going to start playing some music in game as well. That way we can, we'll have something to listen for if we do get it fixed. And I don't want to spend too much of our time on it, but I mean, as long as anybody's willing to help and give any tips, I sure appreciate it. All right, so we've got some audio that I've got coming through now from the game. Shuffle my butt. All right, so I've got audio in my ear now, and we're looking for. You can see here on my mic the levels. You know, the equalizer levels, or not the equalizer levels, but I guess that's a gain. I'm not sure what the technical term for it is, but you can see the level going when I'm talking. And if an alert were to come through, it pops up here. But right now I'm listening to the music, and man, it should sure be there. It doesn't look like it's a layer issue, like it needs to be listed first or anything. That doesn't appear to have any kind of option. And I hadn't done a Google or anything. Oh, I just realized my Twitch followers is looks a little funny, doesn't it? Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what to try next on that. And I'm just learning all this as we go. This is all brand new. Other than being a viewer, I'm brand new to Twitch and everything. So we'll show you more about the program. Oh, okay. Just make sure I was all caught up there. So strange. Yeah, I just don't know what else I could do and I guess what I really need to do in the meantime is at least figure out how to do a music track, maybe. Well, I appreciate your effort, Nanny, and I may need to just do my building today. I've got almost 2 hours left to stream, hour and 45 minutes. I may need to just do my building today without it, and then this evening I'll try to work on at least maybe figuring out a way to get some non-NDA audio track, or not non-NDA but non-DMCA audio music tracks going to where I can at least play that in the background, just like some general adventure music or building music or something like that. Man, what a bummer. What a bummer. Well, I guess let's get back off of that and get back off of there and get back to streaming here. If I can click the buttons. Well, I appreciate anybody, hanging out in the meantime. I'm about to sleep on the beach like a beach bum, I think. Yeah, I want to try to do something interesting for anyone that might be viewing, and there's some neat things to see in this game, and we got to get these pieces put down at the new base. So this is a neat base to watch the stars from. Watch the sky in a time lapse photography. All right, so we need to talk to the carpenter first, I think, and see if we can make another sawmill, because I remember about that. Hello, Cade. How are you, sir? Oh, it's not there. It's all at the workbench, isn't it? Maybe some of it's at the blacksmith. I don't think. I'm not sure. Oh, it's at him directly, right? Isn't that what we just looked at a moment ago? I found some things on Google that might help you. You maybe should probably just try to Google how to get Meld to hear my game. Yeah, that seems like a good plan. It does a good job of mapping out how to create a new track for your game. So I wonder why it's not pulling it automatic. If I mean, that'd be a bit of a pain if it's something you had to do, each time. Because I kind of bounce around on games, and if you had to do, oh, that was the problem earlier. I hit the sawmill table instead of him. That's why nothing looked right here. Um, but yeah, I definitely need to get it figured out. We've got nothing but time though, and I've got a couple of good brain cells left, I think, to rub together and create a spark. So I think we can get it going. But yeah, man, that's got to be a little suboptimal trying to watch a stream with no audio. That may be why I see people pop in and pop out so often, I think. All right, so production place is what they call it. And there it is. We'll grab one of those. Thank you, sir. And what else did we need? Does he has some windows too, doesn't he? I don't think he has what I want. I think the blacksmith does, but let's look at decorative. Oh, comfort. Does he have the regular beds? No, they're in the workshop. He just has fancy beds. Maybe these folks could no, you've got like 21 NPCs or 23 or something like that. I definitely do not have enough dried fur to make them all like that. So we'll just do a little building for the frame and then just throw the mattress in there ourselves. Okay, so windows. Does he have we're looking for some iron bars that we can place in a window to let the light shine through them from behind. And I think what I'm looking for is going to be at the blacksmith. Maybe even the collector. Let's see. Oh, these are good. Oh, they're the wrong color though. That's why I used these others at the desert base. Yep, not here. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Oswald right quick. Oh my gosh, it's so wet. I'm soaked. Sorry, Huntress, I do not have the time. Why are you standing out here in the rain like a madwoman? Oswald, my man, what do you know? Do you know about what did we need from him? Oh yeah, we needed we only had one of these, but I don't think we really had room for another one or really need another. Actually, we might. No, it'll be fine. It's just an extra base on top of all the bases. Honestly, not having audio doesn't bother me at all. You talk enough and explain what you're doing, and you're involved with chat and have chat. Well, thank you, Nani. I sure appreciate that. I try to be. I tell you, the two smartest and most important women in my life to me, my wife, my wife and my baby sister, have both told me for a bit, for a while, that I should do this, and so we're going to give it a shot. But yeah, I've been accused of being a talker before. That is a fact. These I think are exactly what we want. We can turn these sideways vertically, and they've kind of got the color. Well, actually, they've got the color to match the rest of the base at that base, but that's not where these are for. I forgot. These are actually for in the crypt with the collector. So we need something silver colored. And see, all of these, there's just too busy. That's too much stuff going on, I think, in them. And they need to be vertical, so they're not really symmetrical when you turn them sideways. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. We have some of these at the base. I'm probably going to just try to stick those in there. Obviously, they're much too big, but the rest of it will just be buried in the wall, and you'll never find it. Yeah, I think that's the best options we've got for fences. Okay, so forget about the fences. This is very pretty. Should we make some of these? We could probably put these around here or there. I'm gonna make 10 of these and take them with us. Okay, just like in real life, go shopping and get things you didn't come for. All right, so what else did we need? We got the extra sawmill. Oh, we need an extra oven. So, why are you out here in the rain, honey? Let's go inside and talk. I need your help. But first, I need fired brick, and 5 lumps of clay. Oh, clay. We don't have any clay. All right, so we'll just grab those from the store. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need the beds there anyway, I think. What else? So the oven, the fireplace, the sawmill, the iron bars. Um, Seems like I'm gonna get out of the rain. Seems like that might have been it. We'll go grab the fireplace and the oven. Grab the fireplace and the oven at the store. If you haven't ever been to the store, it's insane. I'll happily show you. Um, you know what? First, let me go. Let me go just check real quick. Hopetown and see if maybe we've got something there that can save us a trip. So how long have you been playing this game? Did you said you had just gotten into it? Have you been watching people play it for a while, or did you just stumble upon it? Like I said, there's just so much to do with it. This is the just a very quick run through the castle up here. I just want to confirm all these boxes are empty. Okay, they're all open. Once upon a time, this wasn't our very first base in the game, but it was the first real base. Sorry about that. And so this was the production floor here. We had the carpenter there, the blacksmith, had that whole kind of corner. And here we had the alchemists on the loft here, the wizards. Take the shortcut there. And then we had a patio here. It was a pretty good overlook. This game is so gorgeous. I play a lot of good games I mean, just the things that they can do now is so impressive. This has got an overlook. I think, nope, we're on the wrong side of the house. It's the other side. But that's the very small little bit of a barn that we had when we first got started. Now we just keep our yaks and goats for this space up here on the mountain. They seem like they're happier. They're more at home up on the mountain. So that's that patio. And then this at first was our bedroom, but you know, as games go, you've got to expand and you need more room and you get more things and find more people. And so now this was the huntress and farmer area. So this was cooking and they're crafting things. Yes, yes. Oh, and then this is the patio that you can have an overlook. This is just a natural shelf out here, but this is Hope Village down there. So that wall, there's a wall that goes all the way around the whole base, and it's exactly the size of the flame altar. It's max size. This base it's two bases technically combined. There's a flame altar up here where we just teleported to, and in the castle, and there's a flame altar down there in the middle of town square in Hopetown. So it's technically two bases, but the buildable areas overlap, and the build is seamless from one to the other. So pretty neat. All right, so that's their patio, and when we made that change, we had to move the bedroom up here. So this is our bedroom here at the castle. And then we've got a tiny little lookout porch up here. The views are just crazy. So this whole castle is built on a big, like that pillar right there. Like this big pillar. This whole castle up here that we're on is built on a big pillar like that, on a big mountain. And then there's like this little valley below that we put the rest of the village in. So we'll run down there. That's where we're going to check real quick and see if we've got any fired bricks or what else do we need? Oh, beds. We didn't even try to make beds at the other base. I guess I could pop this right here and see if we can make anything at all. I think we gutted this base when we moved up to the Veilwater Basin. I don't think I have any materials left. Well, I know we gutted the castle when I built the village below, so maybe it's just all down in the village. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a crick in my neck. All right. I feel like I'm about to skip something. Oh, it's down. It's right below me. We're fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. So we've got a mural here. That was a very, very long quest. You had to find a bunch of pieces to put this mural together, and we displayed it there. Definitely only going to have one of those. Got a little bit of a seating area here for the townsfolk. We just outgrew this castle up here. I mean, it's like I said, it's up on a mountain, so you can only go so far out, and then you're just going vertical. And verticality's not it's suboptimal with these villagers sometimes. So we're really going to be pushing the envelope with this desert base when we get back there and start putting the villagers out that way. So here, real quick, before I pop down below, is the garden that I had for the lady up here on the mountain. And then she quickly I made these like big planter boxes. This is the last time I did it. I made these big planter boxes, layered growing dirt, and then layered like looking dirt on top of it, and then used the block to hoe out rows to enable her to plant seeds into the farming soil below this dirt, because the farming soil didn't really look right, like dirt. And it gave her like little rows and everything. It was so cool, and it looks neat even when the plants aren't there, like empty rows of the planters. But it makes it real hard to place that plant, the seed, when she's planting the seed. It makes it hard for her to place it right in just the right spot. And so between that and how much work it is to build them, she just runs rampant around, just like, spamming the plant button, and just plants everything everywhere basically now. So, but anyway, it makes for really neat looking areas. Oh, I did not mean to do any of that. I definitely did not mean to fall off the cliff. That was a close one. I was going to just give a overlook. There we go. So she had those seed beds there, and then this little trail came through and hit the fence, but when they introduced water into the game, I dug out this little hole right here. If I can climb out of here, I dug out this little hole right here on the edge of the mountain, overlooking down to our village below. And that was my very first waterfall. So we just took one little water feature there. And I think we've got another one planted in the rocks below. So it comes down from above and hits like a plateau. You can kind of see the edge of the grass in the bottom right side of the screen there. It hits that and fills up another little pool and keeps flowing and falls again all the way down to the valley down below. So it's like a 2-tier waterfall here. Looks really neat from down below. We'll go down there in a sec. So that's the garden up here. And there's not much to the barn. Not much to we didn't have a lot of area up here to work with, so I tried to fence them all in, and it worked, but little baby yaks. I thought she had goat. No, this is just the yaks here. That's right. Okay, going down below, we'll go check. I love it. I love that. I do that too. Such a girl thing. The planting, the spamming the plant button. She really enjoys the games, and but we've got different skills, different interests in the games though. But we have a great time. We have a great time together. We're truly blessed with that. I read something this morning, I think. If not, it was yesterday afternoon or evening. Um, I read something that 50%, actually 51% of globally of all gamers are girls. I mean, I knew it wasn't uncommon as you know the stigma might make it out to be, or even just as uncommon as you would think. I know it's very wild. 51%. So technically, more girls, more women than men play video games. So that kind of blew my mind a little bit. I was like, what? No way. So this area here was at the time it was large enough to house just the villager beds. So we just had mattresses on the ground in there for all of the extra villagers that weren't like crafting NPCs. So from here you can jump and glide all the way down to the village below, or if you're just a plain old NPC without a big glider, you can come down here, and this goes all the way through that whole mountain, all the way down to the ground. And you can just walk all the way down to the village down below. And I have those grapple points, so if you're coming up, you can just zip up the stairs a lot faster than just walking. So then right here, I hit the open air, and this is a great little overlook of the village from behind the waterfall where it falls down. And you keep on heading down. This gets a little dizzy. Sorry about that. Actually, I'm going to do the back and forth thing instead of the spin the camera thing. Alrighty. So, my gosh, somebody left the door open. I don't have my sword on me. Oh no. Where's Crowley? That creep. I have such a fun time with my wife with this. He really creeps my wife out. So I usually keep this door closed. But this is the collector's crypt here at Hope Village. Definitely keep that door closed. That guy likes his privacy. And coming on into town. We got our water wheel catching the waterfall perfectly. Took a lot of doing and trial and error. And then none of this hole wasn't here. We dug this out to have a waterway, and you can actually swim. It's a tunnel. It goes underneath the water wheel. You'll see here in a second there's a little pond on the other side, so we could have somewhere to fish, and you can swim from that pond to right here. You can swim along underneath there, so pretty cool. And then this is our house, the main house of the village. We had our storages here. This is the only base so far that I've built where I put an armory. So I don't have everything yet, but I've got most every armor set that's in the game, most of them. But there's still plenty I gotta try to hunt down. You see several missing heads there, So, and they're introducing new ones all the time. So that's in the basement, and then if you go upstairs here at the main house, we have our living room, little dining area. There's one of the fireplaces that I need. Yoink, just kidding. And then of course every good build somewhere has to have the head. I really like all the brass and copper stuff. Anything like a old-fashioned brass, anything like that. I really enjoy the color scheme. Might can tell from the channel page, but did you ever play Fable? Oh man, these builds remind me of Fable. Do they? Oh, that is A good praise, a good compliment. Thank you. I didn't ever play Fable. Like I said, I just started playing games a few years ago, and at that point, there were so many that I had seen, seen little bits of over the years, and kind of made a note like, oh, that'd be cool. I'd like to play that sometime. And Fable was one of them. I thought it looked really neat, and I'd really like to check that out sometime. And then I don't remember why. I think is it on Steam? Maybe it was console only? For some reason, when I checked on it at one point, it wasn't feasible for me to try it. But my problem is the not lack of content, but the opposite. I have several games that, with the amount of time I have to put into games, let me get back into first person. It takes there's just so much that I have to do still in the games that I have, so it's like I feel like I'm spread pretty thin, to be taking on something new like that. So I haven't played it, but I remember it coming out and seeing, hearing about it, and like, oh wow, that looks amazing. Uh, but yeah, so this is our bedroom. You have to. It's an exclusive club. You have to own a grapple hook to come up. But we've got a walk around fireplace in the bedroom, and the chimney is functional. It does go all the way up to the top. I had to actually add some blocks inside the chimney because I built it just a straight shaft, and it was big enough to fit your character in it. And down here at the bottom, I have these bars and a fire. So if you happen to be lucky enough to be gliding down from the mountain down to the village, and you happen to ride in the chute, you'd wind up down here and you'd be stuck and you couldn't get out. Um, and so you could whip out your building hammer and break some blocks or whatever. But anyway, it happened to me like 3 times, and it happened to Tamara once. And so I put those blocks up there to stop that. But anyway, so this is I love this wood material. I think it's called timber blocks. It looks so good. So all the houses here in the village are made out of this for the walls, and I think it's the plain refined wood for the floors. So it's very much more of a woodsy build here at Hopetown. Make our way out of the main house. Trying to keep from spinning the screen around so much in first person. This is the veranda, and it's not a porch because it goes all the way around, which, I mean, the way I was raised, that makes it a veranda. So we've got that, and when it's time to go to bed, we have this, so you can just zip right up here. All right, and this is the overlook of the rest of the village. A very quick run through will take us through the blacksmith shop. There's our workbench, just the plain workbench. I just kind of dolled it up, made it look nice. And there's all the blacksmith stuff. We built the blast furnaces into the wall on this one, so they're outside where they smoke, but we can access them from in here. And I thought that worked out pretty good. And then downstairs here under the blacksmith shop, we've got some villager beds, just some extra villagers that needed a place to stay. They don't warrant their own building. And up here, we fall down. I might should put a handrail on that, huh? So up here are the bedrooms for the blacksmith. And the blacksmith's companion, I think is what the game actually calls them, is his daughter. So they get separate bedrooms. And a little overlook loft there. And moving on around, we have a little stall set up for the trader. Mei Ling is her name. These flowers look kind of funky. They don't normally look like that. It's like they're not rendered in or something. Anyway, she's like a Far Eastern, like maritime trader type of a character. She never closes her doors. The NPCs will open doors all day long, but they won't ever close them. So we've got her little shack. Then we've got the wife's seed beds around this corner here. She placed those herself. She doesn't usually place things. And then all around this village square in every direction is uh, spamming the plant button on trees, plants, vines. I mean, you name it. We've got fruits, herbs, vegetables. Yeah, I mean, anything in the game, she's growing it all, and it's just, I mean, see, it's repot, harvest, harvest, harvest as you're running around everywhere. Now there is actually a garden at this build that I built for, but she grows way more stuff than, and because we use it, than will fit in the garden. So anyway, this is the main barn. It came out really neat. I thought it was pretty. It was a fun build. She's got her boxes for like food and gardening and stuff in here, storage boxes, and for the animal feed and stuff. Underneath the barn, same thing as a blacksmith. We've got spare villager bedding. I actually yoinked one of the beds from here not long ago for something. I don't remember what for, but that's why that used to be there. There's a new Fable coming out this year. It will be, oh, and so it was on a console only. I think that might have been why I wasn't able to give it a try. But that'll be exciting. Does it look like they're going to pretty well like continue the story, or is it more of like a remake kind of a deal where they're just trying to bring it into the new crowd, the new age? That'll be neat to find out about. Maybe I can finally get into it. And then on each side are the animal stalls. This side has a bigger yard than this side. And the reason these are the doors, because I mentioned the NPCs. If you end up playing Enshrouded a bit, you're going to have some type of an animal pen that you're going to build, somewhere to keep your animals. If you have any kind of a door to get into your animals, the NPCs will come open that door and not close it. And your animals will get out, and you'll have to go track them down and find them and stuff. So this is a hidden door. It's a buildable in the game called Hidden Door. And the hidden door, the NPCs, I guess, can't find it. I guess they don't know it's a door because it's the only door that I've found that they will not open the door. So that's fun. Keep them out of there. So this side is the small yard side, and it has the small animals. We've got the little lamb, the little sheep, and the little chickens over here. Oh, and the chickens. They're like kind of funky looking chickens, but and then it's got a little small yard for them to get out and stretch their little lamb legs and get a little bit of chicken sunshine. And then on the other side, I don't need to go back through that door. Really, yeah, we'll pop through this one, why not? So through the other hidden door on the other side here has a larger yard. Everybody stay inside, get back. I put these two little fences up here so that they can't crowd the door. They can only come from one direction, and you can kind of like, shoo them as you're coming through, because they'll try to get out. They try to run. So these are, I forget what the game calls these things, but they're really cool. I like these creatures. Get back into first person here. These creatures are so cool. Hey, buddy. I don't want to collect your milk because then I have to go put it somewhere. And I don't think I can pet you unless I collect your milk. And my wife would have my hide if I hit that upgrade button accidentally on this little baby bunny and turned it into a grown-up bunny. But these are the bunnies, and figured they're not big, but I figured they needed more room, to move. They're like more active, I feel like. The hop hare, I think it calls it. And these are the baby big boys. They're all pretty cute. And then they have a bigger yard. Like I said, it's a bit more room to work around for them to stretch their legs. We were having a little bit of water issues at one point when they first brought the water into the game, and we were doing experimenting and stuff. So we've got a couple little stray a little puddle here and there, you know. All right, that's enough for the barn, and then this house in the corner. Actually, it's almost enough for the barn. Before you get to the house in the corner, you can go down the little alleyway here, down these stairs, down this path, and around the back side of the zoo, you can come see the dune armadillos in their little cave back here in the back. Too cool. And then is the last building. And this was the huntress and the farmer and the huntress here. So it was just, as you can see, it was a little cramped. It was a little crowded, a little cramped, having everything. But I think we're gonna do something like this at the new desert base. Something a little like that for the cooktops. And then they had a little bedroom upstairs here, or they had two bedrooms because the huntress and the farmer are both females, and they both have a helper, but the helpers are both males. So the farmer and the farmer's helper are a male and a female. So we didn't feel like they should be in the room like bunking together, you know. So this bed over here was for the farmer and the huntress, and then the bedroom over here on this side was for the fellows, for their helpers, you know. There didn't used to be a tree in the room. My wife got a little crazy with her planting. And then they have a little patio outside, out back. So that's all the buildings. No, I'm sorry, it's not. This is the last building. So that leaves the carpenter and the barber. So the carpenter had this side, and the barber, we gave the barber a little salon over here. I need to kind of look at this right now and make mental notes because I need more stuff to put in the salon for the current barber. Where was I saying this? Oh, I was saying this was for the alchemist, the coloring table. And it didn't quite feel right when I said it. That is wrong. It is for the barber. So that'll be good. That'll help fill the salon a little bit. We'll stick that in there. And then upstairs, they had a bedroom for over here for the carpenter and the barber. And then the carpenter has a helper who is his aunt. So her bedroom was over here. And then they had this little patio. So we've kind of skirted around it, danced around it, if you will, but in the center of Hopetown is the garden. And it consists of 4 large plots. And these were planted the same way. You can kind of see here where the plants aren't there, how you can see there's like rows where the plants go, like empty rows. And so they were pretty fun. And the lady put out the scarecrows and all these plants. Anywhere you see a plant, usually that's the one little bit of building that she does. And these little garden gnomies, she popped them out. And then it's all centered around the flame altar here in the center. Built it a little hut with it. This whole place looks really neat at night when it's all lit up. So that's almost everything. There's my 2 favorites I saved for last. They're also the smallest. So my second favorite building here is this building. Hey boys, he's a buddy. It's the doghouse. Oh, y'all are so hungry. It's okay. It's a big forest. You get out there and you get all your scavenging done. Y'all will be just fine. But it does get cold sometimes. I don't do the cold. I can't do cold weather. I'm from the warm climes, and my dogs, I don't want them to be cold either. So they get their own little fire. There's actually 3 of those mutts running around out there somewhere. So they all have their own little beds. And this was not a difficult build, but it's my favorite. There's your buddy. You take a nap? Okay. It's so bedtime. All right. And my very favorite is right in front of us. This is the alchemist's treehouse. It's the wizard hut. I've got that grapple point. You can just shoot right up there from here. But we're going to take the scenic route, take the route that they have to take, which will also give us the opportunity to look over here at the little fishing pond that we added. Get a little aerial view of it a little bit. So the water wheel, you can barely see it maybe. Yeah, you can barely see it past the rock there. So that's where the waterfall is coming down, and it fills up our pond here. And you can fish in this pond if you create your own water features, like on your base. If you swim around in them, you don't see any fish, but if you cast a line, you can fish in them. So, all right, and this is the Wizarding Treehouse. Let's go check this out. This was another one of those, like the big tapestry upstairs. Mosaic is the word. You had to like find the different pieces of this. It was called like ancient wizard knowledge or something. So that's like a cool achievement, kind of in a little end game for the wizard quests. And what is that book, dude? There must be a wizard in here. He's actually not here. He's down at the beach right now. But when he was here, he'd stay right in here, and this looked pretty cool. Walking in here, having the wizard standing in here reading his little book and all that, like he's in here whipping up a spell, you know. And there's lots of neat odds and ends for the wizards. Good stuffs. Including cats. I don't know if you're a cat person. We will help any animal, and we love all animals, but not equally. Just say that. We love the doggos, though. Anyway, that's it. That's this place. So to answer the question, do we have anything anywhere that we can make anything out of? Where's the workbench here? Right over here. You got the whole tour. You know your way around now, right? It looks, if these are all red, that means I can't make anything in the workbench. Well, that means there's nothing in the space. I mean, that means I don't have any wood. I don't have any fiber. I don't have any stone. I don't have anything in this base. So we are not going to find what we need here. So let's go shopping. Let's go shopping. Anyone that's hasn't been to the Shroud Depot can check it out now. It's pretty amazing. Just use it with caution. Go with caution. If you don't have the strongest personal fortitude and willpower, you just click join without password, by the way, right there. If you're a little weak in the willpower area, like a lot of us, just be careful. You can very easily spoil your entire game at this place. Tamara and I, we didn't even hear about it or learn about it until we'd already beat like the big main boss game in the game. And we haven't found everything in the game yet, but the majority of things we've discovered. But this place has everything in the game in it. And it's so easy to just, oh, well, let me just grab and they're full stacks of everything, full stacks of whatever, you know, rare resource you can't ever get enough of. Well, there's 5,000 of it, you know. So you can very easily come here and get all the things you think you want and you think you need so that you can, you know, build what you want to build or get the new armor so you can fight the guy and do the things. But if you just willy-nilly go in here and grabbing things, then you're not going to need to go hunt for that thing and in the course of doing so discover that place and, you know, make that memory. And when you do build the thing, it doesn't feel the same as when you had to grind so hard for it. So with that being said, this is the Shroud Depot, and for free you can have anything in the game right here. I don't think there's any exception to that, by the way. As updates come out, he fills holes. There's empty spots here. New Twitch drop items unlocked. Huh. Wonder what that's all about. I'm not even an affiliate, so I don't believe I can be giving anybody drops today. And so I'm not getting them from watching myself. That's odd. But anyway, so just use it with caution and make sure you don't need money, but you need time. You need a lot of time in this place, um, as it's enormous. And if you're looking for something, you just got to look for it. So before we go in, what are we here for? What are we here for? I'll grab some beds while we're here. We want beds, um, one brick fireplace, one oven. Was that it? I think that might have been it. Brick fireplace for upstairs, an oven to have two. Oh, beehive. Beehive, oven, brick fireplace, and beds. I think that's it. Okay, let's see. It says you do not have permission to use this item on the bottom of the screen because I currently have my building hammer equipped so that I can be in first person, but you can't build here. You're free to open all the chests, but you can't build. So this is the outdoor section, the landscaping section, if you will. Every plant, also all the, well, yeah, the plants, what you get from the plant and the seedlings to grow the plants themselves. And we are out here for, what is this back here? Oh, it's just the fog or the dust made it look like that was a greenhouse or something back there. That was weird. Um, we're out here for not beds, fireplace. Why did I come out? Out here, beds, fireplace, ovens. Oh, beehive. That's why I came out here. So this is the outside, and there's beehives somewhere. These are water wells. These are beehive smokers and the beehives. All right. So beehives, and I don't think I'm not worrying about a garden yet today. So, oh my gosh. Okay. It's like that here. It really is. Like, oh, squirrel. What was that? All right. Somewhere down in this vicinity is the fireplaces. I thought. Are they right? Nope. I remember where they're at now. They are here. Right behind me. Yes. They're right here somewhere. I think, are they all together under this? I think they're all under this fireplace. Yep. So there's this one, this version as well, the clay fireplace. No, do you think there's anywhere there that would look good? We could probably just put that down like in the courtyard, like in the main courtyard. Maybe throw two of them back to back or something. Let's see. Well, okay, it's 1 or 6, it looks like. That's not what we were looking for, though. There it is. All right, we'll grab one of these, not 50. And then the cooking oven would be, hold on, don't go too far. This is the end, right? Yeah, that's all food. We're close. I can feel it in my bones. Where are you at? What is this stuff? Oh yeah, that's the artifacts, the museum artifacts. Hello, Armster. Happy shopping. Okay, here we go. Aha. How about you? Okay, I think, is that? I'm forgetting something. All right, what did we get? We got the fireplace, the oven, the beehives, fireplace, oven, beehives. There was something else. There was something else. We need a fireplace upstairs, some beehives on the patio. We needed an extra oven downstairs. Oh, an extra sawmill. We needed an extra sawmill. That's not what I feel like I'm forgetting though. Um, oh, beds, beds. Ay, ay, ay. Shouldn't the sawmill have been right there? I feel like it is right here in this aisle. It's just not pictured. Let's have a look. Yep, right there. Okay. Beds. Oh no, I don't know where beds are. Oh no, chat. Does anybody know where they keep beds at the Home Depot? At the Shroud Depot? Hopefully they don't, I don't remember how to emote. How do you emote in this game? Is it Z? Ah, it's, what is that? It's X. Hi, guy. All right, beds. Uh, actually might be on this row too. I think they feel like they are. Is that guy just jumping over the aisles or something? You couldn't hear it, but I heard the jump noise, the double jump. I think, yeah, I think he did. That's funny. Oh, that was a bed. I would have missed it if I wasn't jumping. Uh, I don't think we need to grab fancy beds. I mean, if I'm just grabbing them from the store, I guess it doesn't matter. But I definitely don't want to. Okay, so see I just touched it. The little yellow diamond that was on that, that means it's a new item for you. This, that's not a new item for me though, so I'm not sure what that glitch was about. But that's how we keep ourselves from I mean, obviously once you look at something you know if you've got it before, if you've seen it before, unlocked it or whatever. But just at a quick glance you can see if they have a little yellow diamond on the icon like that, that's a new item for you that you haven't seen before. um, that this is very early game, so I'm not sure. This is made out of VUCA nesting material. The VUCA are like these big, if you haven't run into them yet, they're a big like a Sasquatch kind of a people, or like a Wookiee almost. Um, but yeah, so I'm not sure why that was marked new for me. What kind of beds do we want for our peoples? It's got to kind of go with. I was going to just do mattresses and then just box them out a little box, but it would it would look a little nicer and definitely be faster if we just gave them wooden beds. I don't think we need to go real fancy. They don't all need stone beds, or and the crude wooden bed, it just doesn't go well. It just doesn't um, it doesn't fit the environment. The camp bed though, I forgot about the camp bed. It's like a cot, like an army cot. It might actually look pretty good up there at the desert. Um, maybe we grab them both just in case. So we need, it's like 23 or just say 25. I don't remember for sure how many it is. And these, and I'll grab a couple of stone beds because I only have one, and I think I need something to make another one, and that's what's in the main house, like for our bed, our player's bed. So it will be a double. Okay, so beds, sawmill, oven, fireplace, and beehives. That seems like that should do it. I'm pretty sure that was it. So just started playing Enshrouded. Man, I remember when I did, I finally was able to get into it, and oh, it's so good. Uh, it's very good that they have such a wide range of settings for the difficulty because man, you can really get yourself into trouble in this game uh, with the combat and everything. But early on, at least. But the wife and I, we definitely got the floor mopped with us a little bit. We did more exploring than crafting and stuff for a little bit, and that'll put things into perspective for you. But yeah, so much to do. The other games I like playing, I like similar games to this, but I just like building in general. So I really enjoy like systems as well. Not so much for like the automation aspect of it. Think like SimCity or we're not where we need to be. This is Hopetown. Yeah, if you think like SimCity or what's the other one that's Factorio? Is that right? Um, Things like that. There's another one I can't think of right now, but not so much like that as like systems, like mechanical systems. Like you build things that then you flip a switch and it moves and does a job. And you program it to do that, or you build the things in such a way or with timers to manipulate the parts. So games that use this, that what I'm talking about is I like Stationeers is a game, uh, crafting survival game that is very physics based. And so Stationeers, and then I also like Space Engineers. And so we're talking like pistons and rotors and hinges and all these like moving motorized type of parts. And well, let me take these two big things I built and attach them with a hinge, and then they'll move, around, and you can just make some neat things. All that to say that today at in an hour, they're going to be doing a new update for the alpha release of Space Engineers 2. And what this release is going to add is mechanical blocks. So Space Engineers 1 already has everything you could possibly think of. I mean, there's people that code inside the game. You build a computer in the game, and then in the game, you get on the computer in the game and write code in the game to run some other block in the game. So it's wild, but luckily they offer workshop support, Steam Workshop, so people will make amazing creations and then upload those to the Steam Workshop, and then you can just subscribe to that item and put it right into your game. Um, so I like games like that, and so I think the rest of this week, or at least a few days, I'm going to be trying to play Space Engineers 2. There's a ship. I think I've got a couple of streams of it on VODs. But there's a ship I call um, the Salvage Recovery Carrier (SRC), the Ripton SRC, and it's a big carrier ship but it's got some big like grabby claws for grabbing onto a ship that you're gonna scrap or take back to the yard if you have a disabled ship. It's like an intergalactic tow truck basically. And these little grabby arms, they need rotors and they need pistons, they need movement. So I built the ship in anticipation of the update that'll be coming out later today. So looking forward to checking that out. All right, let's get where we're going here and try to be productive. We are way, way down southeast. Bucket pillars go to you I can't even pronounce your name there. Oh, it's just a bulky caterpillar, huh? Huh, interesting. Well, I guess I wonder about what's the easiest way to get rid of these messages popping through. Probably I just need to like add that term that they all seem to use to like blocked terms. Not sure. Okay, here we are back at the desert oasis. Let's go slap down our missing things. We had over here at the woodsmith, the carpenter. I almost made that. This poor man right here needs another sawmill. Darn it, Blake. Darn it. Me and my brain. Never happy. How many clicks was that from flat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems good. And again. Where's this thing at? I can't even see straight. Oh, it's right there. How do I have 2 in my inventory right now? I had already, oh, I made one at the other, did I make one? I don't remember now. Alrighty, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks. Check, check. Check, check, 1, 2. Wow, that whole handle is buried in the wall on the one behind it. All right, you know what? We're just going to bury this one too and pretend nobody saw anything. Okay, so he's happy. Was there something else? Oh, the salon, the barber. All right, we'll head up to the barber. Give him his coloring station. It's a little sizable though. Where shall we put it? That's a button, but it's not the one you want. Let's see, pretty sizable. Maybe this big hole right here. I mean, it's either there or tucked back in the corner back here. That doesn't seem to make sense for anybody. So we're gonna go right here. Close, sir. Close. Too close. Beep, beep, beep. Back it up. Yeah, it looks okay. I'd come hang out here for an hour. I need to go to the barber, actually. Alright, who else? I think they're all happy now. Oh, well, we have beds, I guess, like for everybody. Oh yeah, we were in the huntress and the farmer. Oh, I hate it when the camera does that when you're going upstairs, watching sideways. It starts like clipping, looks like a fight scene from the Transformers or something. Okay. Now, like I mentioned before, let me just turn on snooping. Nope, okay. We are going to build something up for a kitchen here, like some sort of a counter. Yep. But for now, just get those pieces down where they go. And let's take a look at, I don't have it in my pocket. It's in my backpack. That's another button. Let's see, there. Okay, so this guy is where in between halfway between the second and third window, and I'm pretty sure the windows, yeah, they're lined up. All right, so if we put this one here and then build a chimney from downstairs to up here, then it can just run into the bottom of this one, and then we'll build a chimney from up here out of the roof. Savvy? All right, now beehives. We could use another seafood grill, but neither one of us really eat that much seafood, so does that make sense? Does this seafood grill stay here? I just kind of slapped them down here. I think it's fine. Because I don't think we want the honeybees. I mean, really, you want the beehives like near your garden, you know, if if we want to role play with it. But they do go to these NPCs. For some reason, I thought I remember there being more outside stuff for these folks than this. You don't really want them right next to the house, do you? Ugh, I don't know. This is a huge porch to waste on just one seafood grill. I guess we'll just put them right here. Seems good. Not too close, not too far. The lady will get some plants out here in no time and be Bob's your uncle. Be all Gouda. Gouda to go. Beds up there. Really, I guess for the moment we really could just start slamming down some beds. And then we could like go ahead and pop these NPCs over here, right? So which one looks better with the decor? We've got this guy. It looks fine. It kind of matches like the gold colors and the browns. It matches the woods like for the stairs and the ceilings. Or this guy. No. Right? No? Yeah, no. That's a negative. Can I have it? Sheesh. Alrighty. So let's think. In here, well, we don't need to think about it too much because it's all going to change. So there needs to be a, let's do snapping. This is going to make this a lot quicker. There will be a farmer and a huntress. And a farmer's helper, and a huntress's helper. And that should be it for this building. This place is about to start rocking. So down here at the shops, we need the carpenter and his helper. Did I say that a minute ago? No, it's farmer and hunter. Carpenter and his aunt, and the blacksmith and his daughter. So we need 2 beds and I guess the aunt and the daughter will room together, and the blacksmith and the carpenter can room together. So we got a blacksmith and a carpenter. It can be a little crazy with the when you have the piece in your hand still as you're running around. The projection just like popping around in front of your face everywhere. All right, carpenter's aunt and a blacksmith's daughter. They get along well. Okay, that should be it for that building, right? Yes, yes. Good, good. And in here we've got the barber, and he does not have a helper, but we do have a bunch of NPCs that are going to end up needing beds somewhere. So I think a few could stay at the barber shop. The barber seems to be a very friendly fella, so I think, oh my gosh. Okay. That's not even enough room to walk past. These beds are going to have to be this way. Head to foot. Can we do it snapping? Of course not. Alrighty. So there's a barber. And we can have a few villagers here with them. I just want to get these down to get everybody moved over here for now. Okay, so we can put 2 with the barber. My ear hole. Boy, my ear holes. And up here we have the huntress, the farmer. They each have a helper, so we need 4 beds in here. They also have room to spare. I think they could share with some villagers because they're not. Oh, I already put the beds up here. But they do have some room to spare. We just snap. Yes, yes. All right. So we can fit 2 of them there. So let's see, we've got 4, 8, 10, and 13. We've got 13 so far. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I think we need like 10 more. Oh, I remember. These people. The below people. The ones below. Even the ones below need beds. I don't think anybody's going to live in the wizard shack with the wizards. So we'll have one somewhere around over that way and somewhere around over this way. Okay. Fantastic interior decorating, my guy. Oh, did we look at the... I don't remember if you saw earlier or not, but this is the wizard's hole in the desert base. I love the ceiling. It's so good. All right. And then the collector is fun. We've got to put a wall up across that. Do I have that in my pocket? I think I did. Let's see. We'll just find out. Build. Want a half wall, I think. And we do have the wood in our pocket. I think I'm just going to throw a little half wall across here to attempt to keep the NPCs from walking off the edge. And I believe it'll tie in just fine. Yeah. To that pillar right there. Get in there. Get in there. There you are. Darn it, we need to run that one more. There. Yep, that looks nice. That'll be just fine. That way NPCs don't walk off there, and I will stop getting lost when I walk out of the wizard's hut. Oh, all right, y'all ready? Here we go. Crowley. Oh, they're not even here yet. We're fine. It's just a spooky room right now. Doesn't even have a spooky undead collector weirdo guy in it yet. We'll fix that. Hey, didn't I get a different, more appropriate... I think I have more appropriate furniture for him than this, but for now it's fine. The collector and his friend. Okay. Y'all have fun. Y'all have fun with that. Who's that leaving? Mailing, the trader, and the bard. Oh no, I just remembered they got the bard has a helper now too. And he's a young fella. So we have got Mei Ling and Valerie and whatever the new guy's name is, that all need a space. I mean, maybe they can just sleep on opposite sides of the room. Maybe Mei Ling and Valerie could sleep in the room. Like we could put a wall up right here and make that a. I mean, essentially that's what this wall is. This is supposed to be the bedroom, but if we needed to split it in half, we could put a wall up there and make that a bedroom on that side, and then we could put a couch over here, and the new guy could sleep on the couch. Unfortunately, it will not work. You can't sleep on a couch in the game. Of course, you can sleep on a couch in real life. I have tested the theory many times. But that was my last marriage. That was my first marriage. Alrighty. Yes, hello, can we help you? That is a that is a really tall counter. Oh my gosh, the scale of things sometimes is just a little off. It's a really tall counter. But I mean, that's the thin block. That's the narrow block. That's what the block that's the thickness of the block. I mean, you can't get any thinner than that. Building, you can't build any thinner than that. You could I mean, they have like a cutting board, um like maybe some shelves if you rotate it around just right. There's like some skinnier things, but all right, so let's see. We started with 25 of these beds, and we have 5 in our pocket now. So if we put 20 beds down, better question, how many do we need, really? I don't have the things in my pockets. Okay. Oh, and we haven't done the wizards yet. I mean, I just went in there not long ago. Oh, I did do their bed. I did their bed. I just didn't put any of their stuff in here while I was at it. Okay, let's do that. We definitely don't need that. We'll get back over there in a little bit. We're good on those. Oh, where? Oh, we need the collector's stuff too, don't we? Or I guess it's just that one thing. Okay, here we go. Although we're not going to put those out yet. They're going to go on a counter or something somewhere at some point. Okay. I think that's it for crafting stations. That's a decoration. That's actually a decoration too, isn't it? Yep, furniture. So that's the hand grinder. The improved millstone. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Is that all clear? All the rest of that's kind of for looks and stuff. So this one, I actually think we were thinking about putting this one out in the courtyard, like over by like near the watermill. Kind of like that idea. So let's get the big boys out first. Got this guy. We probably need 2 of each of these really, because some of these processes just take a long time. Can't decide if I have a favorite side of this thing. This thing looks cool. Oh well, it's all subject to change. Let's see, I guess no, you can access the wood and the drawers from either side, so it's really just which side you like the look. No, that's the back. You can see the little test vials in their rack and the mortar and pestle. All right, so this can be right here for now anyway. And we'll throw this one over there probably. Yeah, because we got stairs over there. So sure, that looks fine for now. And we know the grinders are theirs. They go in here. Or should we? Yeah, they go in here. They belongs to them. And then I think this is actually just a piece of furniture now. Yep. Furniture. So that's all furniture. That's an old. I think we're about there. We're about ready for the NPCs now. Excellent. Just need to drop that, and then we can go fill our pockets and get our people. Get our people here, and we got 30 minutes to spare. That'll be just right. Oh, look, it's nighttime. I've got some neat ideas, I think, for the water for at night. They make all these different blocks in the game that are luminous growth of different colors, and it's just kind of a glowy moss kind of a block, and you can cover stuff with it. So I'm gonna, a little here, a little there, put it around under the water, around the edges, like maybe on the probably not around the edges on the fence. I don't want to give it that cut, defined border that it already clearly has. If you just get that border out of sight a little bit, it's like you're on a lake or an ocean, So I don't want to draw any attention to that straight cold line of the border wall. But yeah, just like some patches around here and there in the water. I think it'll be neat. All right, so let's get these things set out here. This one is to be out here by the grind, by the mill. Is there a cool side and looks like that's the cool side. Oh, actually that bit in the middle, it actually turns. It does functionally turn when you're using it, so it can be there, and every side will be the cool side and the dumb side. Just give it a second. All right, we'll get the ectoplasm press down here to Crowley and his friend. I don't know his name. He's still kind of new to the game, and I haven't been playing it for a little while. Been adventuring off to space, and Windrose. Oh my word! I don't know if you're into that kind of thing at all, but the pirate game Windrose is. It's brand new game that's just kind of just come out, and oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It's not even out yet. It's just a demo. It's a free demo right now, but it has it all. It's great. It's like I feel like I could almost like it as much as this game. This game you can glide, and you can't glide in that game, so you're missing out on that. Oh, I forgot these guys aren't husband and wife. What the heck? But you can sail. You have a ship, and you can be on the ocean. So really, it's a pretty tough call between the two. Why does that look different? Oh, crud, I see why. And I don't have these blocks in my pocket anymore. Well, actually, it shouldn't matter, because when I pick this up, I should get those blocks. That block is one square too far back. Yeah, let's give it a shot, see if we can't move it. It's going to be right here in that spot. I can't start on the ceiling because I can't see that high. Is it there? I think it's there. Oh. Scratch that, reverse it. We'll use the correct block this time. Oh, right there. Yes, right there. And now we can run it up, run it up to the ceiling. Voila. These are the window panes. I was like, because we're underground right now, so we got to have some kind of like a light, or a daylight, a natural light. So I built these inset glowing green blocks, and I want to put some steel bars in front of it, like inside the front wall, so it'll be in front of the glowing green stuff. I think that would look pretty cool. Yes. Oh, okay. So now the press. I wonder, was I building from the magic chests a moment ago? You shouldn't be able to do that. I guess I must have had some of those blocks in my pocket and I didn't. Oh, you just need to have a little bit of them? Because I have 33 in my pocket, but it says I have thousands. Yeah, so I don't have the blocks in my pocket right now that I would want to put under this. So I'm just going to slap it down for the moment. Right there in the middle. Oh, voila. Okay, so that is a functional crypt. And I believe we'll go swap pockets here right now so we can know for sure, but I'll check my summoning staff to be sure, but I think that's everybody. I just don't remember how many NPCs are in the game. Oh, for some reason I keep wanting to say 23. It's so crazy. While we're standing right here, let's kind of halfway roughly decide where we're going to want the bed. I think probably just here. If I can. Okay, not going to be a snappable. This doesn't make a very good double bed. Some beds they just kind of, why am I, oh, I'm starving to death. I told you I was going to do it. I called it. Hopefully I have food in my backpack. Yes. Okay. My heartbeat just started thumping in my ears like I was seriously almost dead. Well, I could not have done that any slower. All right. Prepare our pockets here. We kind of know where most of the things go, but not all of them. Hopefully I can remember a little bit here because things have certainly been mixed up. That's going to be there, and then the rest of it's in the box. Okay, so let's empty our pocket. Wait, did we sleep yet? We did not sleep yet. It's going to just be daytime by the time I get done figuring out what I'm doing. All right. Close the doors. Keep all the sand out. Get that sand out of here. Oh, I guess it's coming in down here no matter what, isn't it? All right. So we've got some of this. I don't think we had any of that. We do have some of the obsidian block. It'll be in here. Wouldn't it? Yep. And then all the rest of this. We've got some handrails. Other than that, it's all placeables. Let's see. Handrails will be in here. Yes, yes, yes. And windows, if I have any windows. I don't think I do. Weren't we going to go place one other thing? No, it was, yeah, we're just ready to get people here. All right, so now we just have deployables. That's my pockets right there. Furniture. All right, so I think they go here. I don't know if they're going to fit here. Let's see. No, they're not. I need 4 things. I need to keep 4 things in my pockets. So I guess maybe grab the 4 things that we're going to maybe put out soon. What else? I don't know. Maybe we need more beds. We don't have enough beds yet. It's 2 things. Never hurts to have some of these lights in my pocket. I guess I'll grab that. Oh, I did put those in the wrong place. So one more. No moss thing that we might want to have on our pocket. Maybe these lights, where they at? Maybe some of those. Okay, give that a sort out of there and grab our pockets. Got all that there, so we should just be able to take all. And the rest of this should be in the right order here. Oh, missed that click there. Oh. Whoa, slow down, Sally. Okay, so now we've got our pockets, which means we have our summoning staff, and we can get to work. Where do we start? Start at the bottom and work our way up? Sounds smart. Sounds smart. We'll start it at the bottom, now we'll get there. Then we'll be there. Okay, boys, you creepy fellas. Where are y'all in? Okay. We've got, here we go, craftspeople, the collector. You can be here, and this will be your bed, sir. Oops. Just testing it out. That will be your bed. And how far? You are currently set to 0. I think I'm going to let you roam 5 meters. You can walk around the room. Okay. And then your assistant friend. What's your name again? Oh, why couldn't I remember his name, chat? What's his name? Oh, the nameless one. Right. I can't ever remember his name. All right, and he can also roam 5 meters. All right, you boys have fun. Night-night now. Creepy. Lock them behind 2 doors. All right, who's next? Not an assistant, a regular. Let's get our alchemist. Where is our? Here he is, Balthazar. Come on, Balthazar, we got you a new crib. It is not as fancy as your. Actually, in a way, it's more fancy than your old one. And you get to move 30 meters around this time. This is an experiment. I'm going to see. I might as well leave that door open. I know they're just going to leave it open if I don't. I'm going to see if these NPCs can walk around this place without, like falling off the edge and drowning. I don't know if they can swim. I think they just hover. The dogs have fallen in the water at, this is Lady Leclerc. She's the assistant to the alchemist. Hi, yeah, hello, don't say hi or anything. Bye. Alrighty, so that takes care of them. Open doors everywhere in no time. Look at that, y'all just left and you've already, what are you just, are you mapping out the, what are you, a Roomba? You see this? And how about you, Lady Leclerc? You can walk anywhere you want to go for 30 meters and you went halfway down the stairs and back up. Okay. Y'all good? All right, I'm gonna just leave you to it then. And then, we go, who's next up there? The huntress and the farmer. Come on, Emily. I don't remember the huntress. Oh yeah, her name is like Athalon. Is that right? Athalan. She's an Indian huntress. Athalan Scree. And then her partner's like some white guy in armor and stuff. It's like, I swear it's like Pocahontas and John Smith. Or John White. I think it was John Smith. The fellow Pocahontas was buddies with. I'm just remembering from, school 30 years ago, because I know they did movies and stuff, but I don't, not subscribe to any of that. All right, so Miss Athalan, you can also, where are you at? You can also now go up to 30 meters. You can be here. Hey, this will be your bed. And then we've got a farmer. This can be, we've got to spawn her. Give her 30-meter range. this could be her bed. And then they both have assistants. This is the farmer's assistant, Finrig. So we'll put him here. We're going to let everybody roam around here because the way this base is, you can't get lost. You've got to be on one of the walkways, you know. That could be Finrig, and then this is the assistant to the hunter, Galen. John Smith, like I said. Boy. Okay. Everybody got a bed and happy. Moving on. Oh, I skipped the. Oh, we got to run back. We got to run back down here real quick. Sorry about your eyeballs there, everybody. Okay, so we have the bard and you're not a bard, you're a bard. We've got the bard, let you wander, and this will be your bed. And then we've got the bard's helper. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna, that's not actually your bed, honey. This is your bed here. Okay, now the helper is this fella, Chester. Y'all play something cool. Sorry, didn't mean to put you in the fire, Chester. We'll give you a little bit of roaming room to 30 meters. And then Valerie is standing on your bed. And now Mei-Ling. Is that her name, by the way, or am I just being Mei-Yin? Mei-Yin? I think that's Mei-Yin. I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to keep saying Mei-Yin. I can drop the G, though. Mei-Yin. All right, you can go 30 meters as well. And there is your bed. Okay, so that's all the beds in here. That's all the beds down there. Or up there. That's all the beds down there. Okay, so now we're cooking with Crisco. If y'all haven't seen this yet, it's amazing. This is an aqueduct that I built for our water wheel. It runs from the hot tub right here, and then it snakes around this aqueduct, and it runs under the bridge. You can see the water wheel down below. It runs under the bridge and goes to this that they added when they, I think it came with the water update, but have y'all used these yet? It's a dam, a water gate, a sluice is the real word for it. I think they call it a water gate in this game, but yeah, look at that. See it filling up. Oh, it's almost full already. Let me open it back up. It's so cool. But yeah, that aqueduct snakes our hot tub water around and drops it down there. Drops it down there to power our windmill, water wheel. Good stuffs. Okay, ladies. What in the, how did you, Athland, what are you doing? Where is it there? You can't park there, honey. What in the world? Okay, everybody good? Y'all can come down the stairs, right? You know? No? Nope. Okay. They'll work around. They'll get around later. All right, who's next down there? The barber, yeah? What's his name again? Antonio? Elio Ricci. There's an R in there. Elio Ricci Antonio. Guess there's not an R in Antonio. I don't know where that came from. Elio, it's so good to have you back, my friend. You can also wander around up to 30 meters, and you can sleep up here. All right, and now we need some extras. Let's see, he's going to be down there along with him, Cade. So that's check, 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 check. Okay, so we're only missing one NPC then, and that is the fisherman, Captain Melville Fontaine. You can hang out in here. You obviously have impeccable style. We'll hit that up to 30 meters for you as well, and you can sleep right there. All right, so it leaves us one bed in here, and we've got all the NPCs covered. Let's check assistance. Check, 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 check. She'll be down the hill, check, and she'll be down the hill. So that's all the NPCs, all the assistants. So that leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 villagers. Just regular old villagers. So they could be anywhere. These two are, wait, these two? Yes, these two are brothers, and these two are mother and daughter. So those two should be together, and these two should be together. So who wants to hang out with the fisherman and the barber? Either Gunther Galeforth or Ramon Jones. I think Ramon seems more stylish. There you are, Ramon. 30 meters for you, sir. And a bed. All right, moving on down to the shops. Our last stop on the summoning staff tour. Okay, here's where we test can they squeeze through the hole. So this is this Cade over here? No, this is Oswald over here. Where you at, Oswald? There you are. And we will jack you up to 30 meters. You don't have a bed. Yes, I know. Here, you can have this one. And then Cade, you may have this one. And you can hang out here with your 30-meter wanderer. And then show me if you can walk through the cracks. Oswald fit through the cracks, so you ought to be fine, but I know you're a little bigger around the midsection. You're not even gonna try it, huh? Oh, you're gonna go do your Roomba thing? Yeah, best not to watch these folks in action. All right, so we're moving on to their helpers. That would be the blacksmith's daughter. Hello. You may go 30 meters. Where'd you go? There you are. You may go 30 meters. Oh, 30. And this is the carpenter's aunt. 30 meters for you, ma'am. Aunt Braylon. And those two ladies need a place to lay their heads. So we'll give Aunt Braylon, yeah, she can be right here, closer to the exit. She'll probably have to get up and pee. And Rochelle. Okay, so that is everybody except 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villagers. And I don't think did we put any beds anywhere that we haven't given somebody yet? I think we did up in with the huntress, right? I think I threw extra beds up here. This is closest to like the town square, town center kind of area also. Hey! So it makes sense that it would be like kind of the inn, you know? Hey guys. So these are unassigned, right? Yeah. Okay, so I think we have more beds yet, just in case. Shazaminy. We might just need to kind of squeeze you all in here a little bit. Sorry. Sorry for your fortunes. That doesn't want to snack there. That's not going to do it like that. So we better get manual with it. They're really good friends, and these two are brothers, so it's okay. Everything is fine. Alrighty, we have you. Hi, Hannah Reed. They don't have a wander option, a distance to set for them. That's not your bed, Hannah. Here you go. They just have, darn it, where did it go? I hit the wrong buttons. Tab. Yeah, they're just the villagers. They just wander everywhere. Oh, Marianne, she was not just an extra. Okay, Marianne, you get to wander. 30 meters. Hey, let's see, Marianne, is this Hannah? Yep. Okay, there you go. By your mama, and then we'll put the brothers Godwin over here. Hello, Anton. You sleep here. Behave. Oscar, you as well, in the corner. Okay, so that's everybody, except for Gunther Galeforth. We just need to throw him a bed down up here somewhere. This place is already kind of a little crowded, a little ugly. We'll make it prettier next time. I guess right here. Is there room past the door without blocking the door? Yes. Maybe he could be here. He's the guard. I think he legit was a guard actually, so. Gunther, old boy, good to have you. I know you don't have a bed. It's okay. Here you go. Okay, is that literally everybody? Everybody's happy. That feels good. And with 5 minutes to spare, all right, we have a little village now, and it's functional. We've got all the parts we were after put in place, some spare lights and stuff. I was gonna see about throwing these what you call these down here? Oh yeah, the fires. Is that gonna look dumb, you think? What do we think? I think it could be pretty okay. I don't know if there's any point in having two, or if we should put it like up on any kind of raisedness. I was actually kind of wondering about if we put two of them back to back, if that would look really dumb. Or if it would be like, oh wow, I never thought of doing that. That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's not awful. Can we clip them into each other though, instead? At least a little bit. Ooh, if you start clipping very much farther, the little nubs will start sticking out the bottom. Yeah, that looks all right. What do y'all think? Got two out of place here in the middle of. I think it's fine. I think I like it. Put some kind of. I probably will put it up on a little bit of a raised surface, and then maybe put like some benches around it or something. So good, so good. Well, folks, I've only got a few minutes left. I think I am going to do one little aerial flyby. It looks fantastic from this vantage point. And then I'm going to pop over and see about raiding out to somebody. If anyone here, I mean, nobody's getting drops with me. So if anyone here, though, if you'd like to have any kind of an opinion, speak up now. If you want to just go off to another friendly Christian, family-friendly content creator, I'm just going to stream out to somebody. But if you more prefer to stick with the game, I'm happy to raid out to somebody playing Enshrouded. I can't imagine it probably matters, but it seems to be the correct thing to do to ask. So here's the overview, the big aerial, and away we go. It doesn't give you all the freedom that I'd like to have with the camera when you're gliding. I love the eagles flying or screaming. Oh, I missed it. There's a grapple point right there, but I didn't catch it. Now that I have my bags back, oh, I've already got my frog hat and my frog flippers on, so I can swim fast. Look, I've got 3 minutes of O2 time. That's unreal. When you first get to the Veilwater Basin, where they added water to the game, you can only hold your breath for like 30 seconds, maybe less. I don't remember. And you got to do some things that are underwater, and it's so hard. So man, it feels good when you get that thing, but it was a grind. I know I can hit it from up here, so let's just pop up here to the little rooftop courtyard. Yes, yes. Okay. I said, I know I can. There we go. It didn't hear me the first time. I'm pretty sure we can hit that one from here. I know we can. We have the power. Oh, this one gives the blurry view. That's right. The waterfall. Stupid, amazing waterfall. Well, that's not a horrible view. All right, we're gonna. No, that's pretty awful with half of the screen showing the. Oh, that's so good. All right, we'll just pop right here. Good old fallback. Get that out of our face. Maybe get that out of our face. We should re-equip our trusty instrumentations. I'm going to leave that in my hand so I know I've got to get those last. Oh no, we don't have to get anybody here. We've got everybody here. We moved the whole village today. Feels good. All right, so this is in place of my drum. Where's the there it is. All right. It's a little bit of a view there. All right, let me see who is doing what over here. How this stuff works. And thank you so much. I want to thank Nanny again for, if you're still here, I really appreciate going out and trying to search on that for me and following. And just the help in general, just the tips and the willingness to take a moment out of your day and help a struggling streamer. I sure appreciate it. God bless. I hope that comes back around for you. Looks like we've got some Icarus. I don't know if I'll play Icarus. Oh, good. Fatbeard is playing. I think I'm going to stream over to Fatbeard. Nobody said anything one way or another, so I think we're just going to go ahead and stream over to IB Fatbeard, and I'm going to kick that off. I'm going to kick you over to my alternative screen here that we're ending chat. But again, I just want to thank you so much for being here and hanging out. And Sorry, I had to get the game audio out of my ear. And I look forward to maybe seeing some of you guys back again next time. Right now, at least, I'm working on streaming Monday through Friday, same time, 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. So we're going to try to stick with that schedule as long as we can, technical difficulties notwithstanding. So we will hopefully see y'all again then, and see if we can get this raid bit started, and we will catch you when we catch you. Thanks again, everybody.